Hello guys, welcome to this epic live stream regarding the Premier League. We've made it to week 38, match day 38 of the Prem. It's the final game week of the season in the Premier League. We've got a lot at stake regarding Champions League places, and I thought it might be appropriate to actually do a Chelsea live watch along. I've not done one in years. It's not even an exaggeration. And what I fear about is the last time I did do a stream involving Chelsea, it was a loss against Aston Villa, which was also a must-win game. So I'm hoping reverse fortunes will happen this time around and Chelsea get the result they need to guarantee that Champions League place, because it's in their hands. A win for Chelsea, it guarantees Champions League. Forest will be in a very strong position for Champions League if they do win, but they'll also be hoping the likes of Aston Villa don't pick up a result. They'll also be looking at the likes of Newcastle too. So the permutations today are massive. Every single one of these teams fighting for Champions League place is going to want Champions League. There's no doubt about that. And we know for a fact that all of them don't have any dangers of not getting European football. But specifically this year, we have got 3 more teams who need Champions League places. 3 more teams. It's going to be unbearable, I think. And out of the 5 teams who I think are going for those places, we know that 2 of them cannot get Champions League, but 3 will. Wallace the fan is saying he needs Chelsea to lose so they can win the Conference League and earn that trophy properly. The problem with the problem I have with that is, for one, if Chelsea do lose, they cannot get Champions League. Even if they win the Conference League trophy, they can only get Europa League. So I would like Chelsea to win the Conference League. Obviously, with it being, I think Chelsea will be the only side ever who has actually won every single domestic competition. So Chelsea would have broken the record if they do win on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday that they play Real Betis. But winning that only gives them Europa League. And quite honestly, I would like Champions League to be secured. And then Chelsea can not feel relaxed, but feel like that they can have a good wind up their sails just to try and motivate them with a trophy. It will be nice to see a trophy finally after Todd Bowley. Welcome everyone to the stream. We have got just under 25 minutes now to kick off. Now will be a good time to leave your score predictions for the game I've got right here. I always get the wrong side. Over here in the comments. So I'm going to be specifically watching Nottingham Forest and Chelsea. But you can see from the ticker, I will be keeping a close eye on how the other games are going to go as well. So deciding to watch a singular game rather than watching Soccer Special this time around, which I do think will be better for me. But the way that I'm going to potentially react to it, I don't know. I am very, very nervous. Honestly, since Spurs have won the Europa League, this game has been giving me nightmares because I cannot bear the reality of Spurs getting Champions League football and Chelsea not getting it. It's going to kill me. It will physically kill me. Even going into that playoff final. Playoff final? Well, yeah. Champions, not even Champions League. What do you call it? Conference League final. It will kill me. Absolutely kill me. But I'm sad it's had to go that way. It's sad it's had to go that way because I really, really want Forest to get in. But I just can't see it. So we've got Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa and Forest. Those 5 teams are going to be involved. 3 of them get Champions League. 2 of them will get Europa. It's ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Blue Tail, welcome to the stream. Thank you for predicting a Chelsea win. I've not seen too many teams predicting a Chelsea win at the moment. I've gone for a draw. That's how I think it'll go. I think it will be a 1-1 draw. Chelsea have not had a good record against Forest since they've been promoted from the Championship. So I am very apprehensive. And with Nottingham Forest having something extra to fight for, it just makes this a whole lot more difficult. I will review the squads very, very soon whilst more people do start to climb in. We have got a massive competition for streams today. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be streaming the final game week of the season. But they've just shown Nottingham Forest's last 3 home results, and it's 2 losses and a draw, which I don't particularly like because it would typically mean that they are going to try and really go for it for this game, and then they will get the win over Chelsea. But ultimately, Chelsea know a win, they get Champions League. It's as simple as that. They are currently occupying and sitting in one of the Champions League positions, so we do know for a fact that at least one win would do it. One win would do it. So, I think now that we have got a good amount of people here, let's actually jump over and preview what I think is going to happen. So, Forest and Chelsea, let's preview the teams. Don't know if you can actually see them properly. I don't know if you're actually going to. No, okay, hang on 2 seconds. That should work. So you've got Matt Sales, Aina. Oh, I forgot to update my fantasy team as well. Okay, well, it didn't matter. My team has been rubbish all season. Murillo, Nico Williams, Dominguez, Sangare, Elliot Anderson, Gibbs White, Chris Wood, and Elanga. Hudson-Odoi doesn't start, which I was expecting. You've got Sanchez for Chelsea, Cucurella, Colwell, Adebayo, and Reece James. Casido, Enzo Fernandez, that's good. Jadon Sancho, ooh, I don't know about that. Cole Palmer, Madueke, and Pedro Neto is starting up from. Obviously, it probably would have been Nicholas Jackson, but he got himself suspended. Forest have got a bench of Morato, Toffolo, Bowley, Hudson-Odoi, Ryan Yates, Danilo, Jota Silva, and Ramon Sosa. Yeah, so pretty much close, but not an entirely full squad for Forest and either for Chelsea either. Chelsea have got Jorgensen, Akiyepong, Badiashile, Chalobah, Gusto, Lavia, Dewsbury Hall, Terry George, and Guyu. I'm not too sure about that bench. Yeah. So, Nkuku's not even made it on the bench. And who are Forest missing out on? Yeah, of course, Arini Murillo. Is he starting? Murillo's starting, so he's 4 on, because it did look like that against West Ham he was really struggling, but he has managed to soldier on in the end. And then, yeah, Maria as well. It's not quite the news Chelsea would have wanted. They probably would have wanted Murillo not to play, but he is. Gibbs White playing in that number 10 position. Yeah. I'm not feeling confident, guys. You can probably tell from the tone of my voice. I mean, a draw might be okay, but then it's really down to what Aston Villa do against Manchester United. Do I back Manchester United to, beat Aston Villa? No, I probably wouldn't. But, normally I probably would, but no, I won't. I can't. I have no confidence in them whatsoever. Charlie, good to see you. Hey, Mr. Smith. Hey, Mr. Charlie Brown. If Nottingham can win in London Stadium last week, they can win today. Yeah, I agree with that. Underlying numbers have been catching up on Forest. They have been catching up on Forest a little bit, and it's seen in their last couple of results or so, because they were just showing about Forest's downturn in their form. They were top 4 a lot of the season, so Neutral's point of view, I think, will be wanting Nottingham Forest to get Champions League because they would arguably have deserved it. Chelsea, of course, were second for a period, and then it got to December when things unravelled. Then they got some form of form together to try and get back into the conversation. But it's certainly spending standards. Chelsea should have been expecting to finish in that region of the table, and Forest nowhere near finishing as high as what a lot of people are predicting. And guys, are you able to see the teams scrolling through, by the way? If you want me to change the font colour for the writing, let me know, because I was thinking of changing it to white, but then I kept it to black last minute. So if you need me to change the font colour for the text, if you can't quite see it well, please do let me know in the chat. Blue Terrier Lee Grant linked to the Huddersfield job. Really? Is he actually linked as like a managerial job? Well, if he is, good luck to him. Good luck to him, that's all I can say. Ah, Jack's watching Formula 1, good to see. If Chelsea lose today but win Conference League, does 8th get Conference League? Okay, so the way it works, I need to think about how this works. So, I like to say yes, it does. I think it does. So when if Chelsea win the Conference League, it means that they will get Europa League, and it means an extra space should be pushed down. So I would like to believe, and I think it's Brighton who are currently 8th at the moment, then they will be likely going into that competition. So, just in other news, with other football results that have happened recently, obviously we've got the Premier League showing here at the moment, but what I do want to do is pop by to another major result, because a couple of minutes ago, literally within a couple of, like, tens of minutes ago, we saw Charlton edge Leyton Orient in the League One playoff final. I can't lie, the game was very flat. It really didn't show any sort of quality or anything like that. But a great goal in the end by Gillespie from the free kick just outside the box. And lo and behold, that's all they needed. And Charlton probably were the side looking like that they were more likely going to get the other goal. Leyton Orient did not turn up with the correct game plan whatsoever and offered pretty little going forward, in brute honesty. Charlton prioritised of delivering set pieces and certainly were very, very effective using them. Nathan Jones is back in the Championship. Charlton are back in the Championship. This will be only the second time I covered Charlton in the Championship. So cast your minds back to baby Alex, 1920 season. That was the last time Charlton were in the Championship. I think if I remember right, I predicted Charlton to finish 24th, rock bottom, in that season. They ended up going down, but they only finished 22nd with Lee Bowyer. And they had terrible situations from COVID with players leaving, including Lyle Taylor, who left actually halfway through the season and actually wasn't no longer a Charlton player after the pandemic and the restart. So certainly I'll be excited and intrigued to see Charlton, to see can they do any better now with Nathan Jones. I'm quite sceptical because, of course, any other time I've seen Nathan Jones managing a club, you can think of Stoke, you can think of Southampton. It's not ended up well, but he seems to have a good rapport with Charlton, so I will be intrigued to see how it gets on. And Nathan Jones will actually be managing in the league above against his former club, Luton, who will be a League One club next season. Isn't that crazy? So, well done to Charlton, Gillespie, and others will be a I'm getting too excited. A Championship team next season. But we have got the 25-26 Championship season confirmed, which is exciting. I can start trying to update all the graphics going into next season. A lot of times when Nottingham Forest score first, they normally come away with 3 points, but when it can see first, they really manage to turn it around. Right, that's very crucial information. So I need Chelsea to ideally score first. They've been pretty hit and miss when it comes to scoring first. But Chelsea are the sort of team that doesn't surprise me that if they do score first, that they just keep their eye off the ball. It is such a raw team. It doesn't have an ounce of experience as I'm used to. So I have to remember that these players are just probably not going to know the ins and outs and the professionalism to see games out. I do have to remind myself sometimes that's where the team is at, but it doesn't mean that I am not unhappy about that. I am really unhappy with the amount of changes that have happened, but I'll suck it up. I'll just try and not moan. But as we're here, let's talk through all the other squads. So Bournemouth face Leicester. Leicester have confirmed that Ruud van Nistelrooy will no longer be the manager going into next season. There is talks of a points deduction looming from Leicester's point of view due to breaches in the 23-24 season. That is the championship season where they got promoted as champions. I could see Leeds United being very angry with the EFL taking as long as it has done to potentially fine or sue Leicester for those breaches in profit and sustainability rules, or FFP, because Leeds had to very painfully deal with the Championship playoff final loss, and ultimately they won't be too mad now because they're now back in the Prem. That will be very interesting to see how that happens there. Bournemouth themselves, they are in a situation in the table where they are lower half now. They're 11th, I think. Yes, they are. In fact, you can't quite see that well because I've shifted it like this. Right. So Bournemouth, best case scenario, they could finish 9th. They definitely will not get European competition now based on their downturn of results. Those back-to-back defeats have really killed them. But yeah, interesting stuff really with this. Let's actually preview it from there. I think this is going to be much easier. So Bournemouth have gone for Kepa, Smith, Zabani, Sensei, Kirkes, Tyler Adams, David Brooks, Tavernier, Cliver, Semenyo and Evalinson. And Leicester have gone for Stolacic, Christensen, Fez, Cody, Justin, Oliver Skip, Sumare, Thomas, Jordan Ayew, McAteer, and Patson Daka. No Jamie Vardy, which he did confirm it was his last game. I don't even think he's on the bench. He's not even on the bench. So Jamie Vardy has confirmed that he is leaving Leicester after 500 appearances, was it? With 200 goals. A very satisfying stat if I've ever seen one. Fulham, Man City. So the permutations of this. So Fulham are in a position where they could go up to 9th as well. So that's decent for Fulham. That will be a decent season for them. And from Man City's point of view, they are in a very good position. Right, looks like Jurgen Klopp's at Anfield. That'll be interesting. So Man City are on 68 points already. So they know if they get top 5, I got it. So they're already 2 points clear of 5th place. So a draw, ideally, because of their goal difference being pretty good, unless they draw and their teams below them win by a huge amount, then Man City may worry. But I think they're in a very prominent position, Man City. So it looks like a draw will be enough to get them Champions League. Lineups are looking like this. Right, we've got under 10 minutes. I'm going to try and do this quickly. Fulham have gone for Leno, Tete, Anderson, Kuenka, Robinson, Lukic, Kelly, Traore, Pereira, Wilson, and Jimenez. Man City have gone for Edison, Vardio, Akanji, Diaz, Nunes, Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez actually was quite decent when I saw him against Bournemouth. Gundogan, Doku, Marmoush, who I think will be a great player in the future, Bernardo Silva, and Erling Haaland, which hasn't been the most amazing seasons for him. This one's one of the more meaningless games. I mean, if Ipswich and West Ham were fighting for relegation on the final day of the season, it could have been an amazing game. West Ham, if they win this, they could go up to 14th. We know that they definitely cannot go up to 13th. If they do win West Ham, it will confirm that Manchester United and Spurs cannot overtake them. So that's something significant. With Ipswich's point of view, they know they need to win and they need to hope that Leicester lose against Bournemouth if they want to have a chance of finishing in 18th. But ultimately, they really do not have a lot to play for as well. They've confirmed recently that Luongo is going to be leaving the club. And obviously, they have confirmed that they're going to allow Liam Delap to speak to Premier League clubs as he's high in demand. You've got Alex Palmer, Transabi, Darragh O'Shea, Jacob Greaves, Leif Davis, Sam Morsey, Jean Castuce, Omari Hutchinson, Connor Chaplin, Nathan Broadhead, and George Hurst. I mean, that team already really just looks like the championship team from last year. And then West Ham, Lucas Fabianski's last game in goal, Mavropanos, Kilman, Todibo, Wan-Bissaka, James Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, Gales, Souček, Fulkrug, and Jared Bowen. Interesting stuff. Liverpool and Palace. Let me just quickly check some comments. Do you still do any for fantasies? Well, the competitions are up, but I've just not been taking them seriously. Going 2-2 for the game between Forest and Chelsea. I need to switch it over actually because it's only it's what's showing the wrong game, which I need to be seeing. Right, there we go. They've got the right game this time. Liverpool and Palace. So Liverpool squad. You've got Alisson, Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Salah, Curtis Jones, Cody Gakpo, and Luis Diaz. Seems interesting to put him up front. Then Palace have gone for Dean Henderson, Chris Richards, LaCroix, Lerma, Munoz, Will Hughes, Kamada, Mitchell, Eze, Issar, and Jean-Philippe Mateta. That's a very strong Palace squad, actually, for today. I need Manchester United to do a massive favour and beat Villa, but I know they're not going to. But this is what their squad's looking like. You've got, can they pick themselves up from that Europa League loss? I am not confident, but you never know. They've got Baindia, Lindelof, Maguire, Heaven, Missouri, Fernandes. Is that going to be his last game for Manchester United? Who knows? Casemiro, Dorgu, Mount, Diallo, and Højlund up front. Okay, and as for got Martinez, Maatsen, Torres, Konsa, Cash, Kamara, Onana, McGinn, Asensio, Rogers, and Ollie Watkins. Newcastle and Everton. So Newcastle also fighting for top 5. Prominent position because they have got the better goal difference. Chelsea's goal difference is not far off from Newcastle. I think Newcastle will be another team I'll be keeping my eye on that Chelsea could try and outdo, but they are certainly in a much better position with them being at home, and it's against an Everton side who have pretty much conferred 13th place. They have really got nothing to play for at all. Newcastle got Nick Pope, Cher, Botman, Byrne, Murphy, Guimaraes, Tanani, Livramento, Gordon, Isak, and Harvey Barnes. Everton have gone for Pickford, Mikalenko, O'Brien, Keane, Ashley Young, Jangana, Gay, Ndai, Alcaraz, Jack Harrison, and Beto. This is the big one. We've already covered the Forest and Chelsea squad. Let's go to Southampton and Arsenal. A very meaningless game. I mean, Arsenal have confirmed their Champions League place with their win last time around against Newcastle. Good result, actually. Southampton have got Ramsdale, obviously former Arsenal goalkeeper. You've got Sangara, Wood, Taylor, Wellington. Can I see the rest of the team if that's okay? Hang on a minute. Why am I not seeing the rest of the team? There we go. Robertson, Downs, Ugochukwu, Fernandes, Sulemana, and Ross Stewart. Wow. And then you've got David Raya, Tierney, Quirio, Ben Wright, Thomas Partey, Marino, Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Sterling, Martinelli, and Nawai. And then how many more we've got to do? Oh, okay, only 2 more. We could probably do this. 2 minutes to kick off. Right, I'm going to try and do this. Right, Spurs and Brighton. This is the teams that they've got. Vicario, Porro, Danso, Van der Ven, Udogi, Bentancur, Gray, Johnson, Sarr, Tell, and Solanke. Brighton probably have got a tiny bit to play for to try and confirm that 8th place. That could be a European place. They've got Verbruggen, Julio, Webster, Van Heck, Hinchelwood, Weaver, Balbea, Adringa, Ayari, Gruger, and Minter. If I mispronounce any of those names, I'm really, really sorry. But can Spurs win after their Europa League win? Who knows? And finally, Wolves and Brentford. A real meaningless game. Although from Brentford's point of view, they probably would want to try and close the gap on Brighton. I mean, they've got a better goal difference than Brighton. So if Brighton lose, it gives a good opportunity for Brentford to get a European place. Wolves have gone for Sarr, Doherty, Andrego, Gomez, Semedo, Gomez, Munesi, Andre, Nuri, Mateus Cunha, who I think will be his last game for Wolves, and Guedes for up front as well. Brentford have gone Flecken, Lewis Potter, Sandenberg, Collins, Coyote, Norgard, Yamaluk, Shade, Damsgaard, Imbremo, and Johan Vissa. And just like that, guys, we have covered all of the squads, but today we are certainly making a focus on Nottingham Forest and Chelsea because this is a big game. It is 7th versus 5th, and we know whoever wins this game will get Champions League football over the other. It's a really big game. I'm very nervous with the fact it's Anthony Taylor refereeing as well. Although I have been reminded by Nottingham Forest fans, he was absolutely terrible for Nottingham Forest against Everton, where they dropped some really silly points there. So both teams have had really bad run-ins with Anthony Taylor in the past. I mean, the Forest have got the destination Europe things. I mean, where in Europe is, I'm glad it's just Europe and not Champions League, because if they got Champions League, that's already telling me that they're feeling a little bit confident. But I feel like they're just vibing. They're really happy that they're in this situation. It's amazing. Right, bit of gum. Apologies on that. So, what about your predictions for the other games? Let me know your predictions in the comments down below. With anyone coming in, I will be responding to the best of what I can. I probably will be focusing a little bit more on the game, the Forest and Chelsea game. But with any goals going in, I will be updating the tracker to the best that I can as well. It's been a while since I've updated a scrolling tracker like this, so I'm going to try my best. So, Bournemouth and Leicester have apparently kicked off already. The others, I'm hoping, will follow suit very, very soon. Nottingham Forest are full in voice at the moment. So with all the fixtures you predicted, Chelsea are currently going to finish 6th. And about what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the table calculator. And what I would do with that is, with the current scores, we're going to see how that will affect the positions. Right, I'm not going to get the timer on time, so just spoiler alert, that's not going to happen. They're taking the knee, of course. And they have now, it's going to be Nottingham Forest who are going to kick off first. And there you go, Elliot Anderson kicks off for Forest. And the final game in the Premier League 24-25, yeah, 24-25 season is now underway. Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. They'll be wanting for Champions League football, but Chelsea want it too, although I really hope they do. The winner of this game would pretty much guarantee, and I'm going to say pretty much guarantee because it's not a guarantee for Forest. If they win, they'll get Champions League, but if you win this game, you're in a very good position for Champions League, and for Chelsea's case, they will get Champions League if they do win this game. Big game. So that's why I'm going to be watching it. I am nervous to say the least. Nothing has happened at the moment. We're approaching the first minute of the game, so I'm not expecting to see lots here. Could this be quite a cagey one? I don't know. I don't know if I want it to be cagey, to be honest. It will make me feel a little bit nervous if Forest are pushing. Chelsea currently on the ball. Dominguez winning a throw-in for Chelsea. No red cards yet. Oh, I know. Anthony Taylor, I thought he would be finding a red card in his first minute. Okay, Reece James. He's our most experienced player as well. Oh, this is some good play for Cole. Oh, that's a bad touch by Palmer. Although, it looks like he's won a corner. I think it looks like a Forest player managed to win the ball off him. But it's a corner to Chelsea. So the corner in the first minute and a half goes to Chelsea. I've done the research and I don't think I've seen any football seasons that have used the first timetable for teams tied on points. Really? Could we get in a situation where we might have that? I mean, the goal difference is pretty close between a load of these clubs as well. That's not the best of balls from Caicedo there. And that's a goal kick for Nottingham Forest. 2 minutes gone. So what I will be constantly checking is to see how the live table is going to be changed. Apparently, Forest has conceded the fewest goals at home all season. That already makes me very, very nervous. I mean, obviously, with all the games ending as a draw at the moment, it means it's as you are for all of the teams in the table. But it's when a goal flies in one of these games that you see ticking down there is when things will start to change. And again, I've not heard any complaints that they can't see the writing, so I'm going to keep it in the black font. If you can't quite see it, I will change it to the white font because I wasn't too sure what font I was going to use there. Maybe grey's just got that perfect balance of you can use either a white or a black font. Okay, so the ball's a little bit advanced in Nottingham Forest's half now. It's Ola Aina who's got the ball in the middle of the park. He's going to take a throw in. A little bit slow. Oh, okay, Murillo's just getting rid of a beach ball that's gone onto the pitch. I think that's the Forest fans already in party mode. But I don't blame them. This has been their first season since getting promoted back from the Championship, where they've not only been comfortably safe in the Premier League all season, that they are in a position where they qualify for Europe. I mean, what an amazing season it has been for Nottingham Forest. Right, goal kick by Sanchez. Doesn't find a Chelsea player, no surprise. It's Murillo that wins it. And a little bit of a miscommunication there. This could be a chance for Nottingham Forest to break. Morgan gives White. Oh, that's a crunching tackle, but it finds a Forest player. Chelsea need to kind of get back here. Okay, they do. Dominguez. Oh, then it's Alanga. Back to Dominguez. GSGN's wanting a White from Real. Change it was. This ball goes out of play. Dominguez goes in, and it's cleared by Reece James. That's the first bit of danger I've seen. It's Morgan gives White that leads the attack. That is a very crucial tackle. It was Reece James actually who did the tackle. That is, I wouldn't say a goal-saving tackle. It's no guarantee he would have scored from there, but it feels so important. Right, Forest having a bit of a spell, but it's good tackle again this time by Madueke this time. Now Forest have their first corner. Forest are playing a little bit better now. Not sure if I'm liking that, but it's expected. Forest are at home. They're going to be desperate to get a win here. So it's going to be expected. We're going to be having to try and ride the storm here. No goals so far in any of the Premier League games. Elanga taking the corner. Doesn't beat Cole Palmer, although all he could do is kick it straight out, and it's a throw-in. I would have certainly have not done that, if I've got to be honest. But that's what I'm talking about. I think the players just sort of like, they don't really have, sort of like, it's got exactly this point of like, they don't think before they do things. And I certainly would have taken the touch and then tried to lead an attack. But I don't like the fact that, okay, Anthony Taylor's already getting involved with, I mean, Morgan gives White's just running his mouth at Anthony Taylor at the moment. He's not happy with the physicality being shown at the moment. Right, Aina taking the throw, Elanga taking the throw into, okay, Elanga's got it there. Cross comes in. Oh, good diving header from Cucurella. Bit of desperate defending at the moment. Aina. He's done very well, Aina. Good defending by Caicedo. He has been a great player this season. Not the best of pass by Caicedo. It's loosely touched, and Forest could break. Gibbs White. And the free kick's been awarded to Chelsea. I've got to say, a little bit harsh, actually. I don't think it was a strong challenge at all. But a free kick has been awarded in Chelsea's favour from Anthony Taylor. Whew. God, it's nerve-wracking. But as it stands, Chelsea still have Champions League football based on their position of the table. It would be nice to know if maybe someone like Newcastle was losing, or if Man City were dropping. I mean, currently everyone's dropping points because everyone's drawing at the moment. It's until we start getting a goal when things are going to spice up here. Okay, right. Chelsea kind of playing out for the back a bit, inviting pressure. Goal clearance by Robert Sanchez, headed out, and okay, it's back in Chelsea's possession, and it's Reece James. Right, Reece James, I feel pretty calm with him having the ball because I've seen him have the ball. Okay, Enzo Fernandez, let's see what he can do. He's not had a lot to do at the moment, and that is not a great delivery at all from Enzo Fernandez. Way too high, and he doesn't find Jadon Sancho. That's a very disappointing attack to give away. Okay, Sangare. That's a gorgeous ball to Neco Williams. Right, okay. Forest are starting to get into their groove here. Sangare. He gets past Enzo Fernandez way too easily. Murillo. Oh, pick my first ground to have a goal. Right, okay. Oh, good point. Good point. Okay, Charlie St. Anfield. Maybe he's watching it and there's a penalty somewhere. I've got to be quick because there probably will be a goal. I'm gonna say Vitality, Bournemouth and Leicester. I think that's the game. No matter what, Southampton will have the third or second worst run in the Prem if they tie Sunderland's one. Amazing. Ah, there is a goal. Oh, hang on. Oh my gosh. Right, I was just reacting to a goal at Anfield. It's Ismaila Sarr that scores for Crystal Palace. I was going to say probably people were watching the game, which is why they said Anfield. Okay, so Ismaila Sarr has apparently scored for Crystal Palace. Doesn't really mean a lot. It means Palace will jump into the top half of the table. So I was kind of losing my concentration because Forest were on the attack here. If they've won another corner, I'm just going to call it as it is, Charlie. I'm not gullible to that. Right, Cucurella doesn't really head it out. There we go. Right, good header from... didn't see who it was. Right, come on. This is an attack for Chelsea here. Pedro Neto. He's got some options. He's got 3 blue shirts he can pass to. And it's blocked and it's cleared by Murillo. That's very disappointing, but this is what I think Chelsea are going to have to do. If Forest are going to be the team pushing for the goal, they definitely need... Oh, what is this defending there? I've just seen Sarr's goal. Where's... I see Van Dijk where he's supposed to be, but who's the other defender that's supposed to be there? Sarr had so much space. It was way too easy for Sarr to be on the score sheet. It's a good goal for Palace. I mean, it's a very simple goal, but it's a goal regardless for Crystal Palace, which puts them on 55 points. That is actually going to be their best Premier League points tally, I believe, ever, actually. Certainly since they were recently, well, not recently promoted, but since they were promoted all the way back in 2013, would you believe it? Over 10 years ago now. You can safely say they are a well-established Premier League club now. So they're showing latest scores for, so what I'm expected to see, only 1 goal in Anfield, and the rest should be 0-0 for what I can see. And then currently as it stands, they're not really going to do anything. They're just going to keep showing the Champions League positions there. But what I will show is with that goal from Palace, it puts them on 55 points. And another goal could see them overtake Fulham with how things stand, actually. And actually, if Fulham concede, then Palace are very likely to going to be finishing in the top half of the table if their result still stands. It did feel to me that Palace were probably going to stay in their position in the table, but yeah, certainly an away goal at Anfield is probably not on what they were thinking they were getting. I can't remember if I actually predicted a Palace win. I feel like I definitely predicted Palace not to lose, but I can't remember if I predicted a win. Elanga, and the ball is not great. It's out of play, and it's a goal kick to Chelsea. 11 minutes in. Apart from that bright spark in the opening minute and a half for Chelsea, it's been Forest who have been the more likely team to score. They're winning the 2024 MLS Cup, and LA Galaxy are now the worst team in the whole league with 0 wins. Wow, LA Galaxy, how have they fallen off so badly? I'm still remembering the days when they had Ashley Cole and Zlatan Ibrahimovic in their team. That's amazing. Wasn't expecting to hear that. Okay, Madueke, can you do anything other than tricksy skill moves, please? Thank you. Right, okay, they're a little bit of spell for Chelsea, but it's not quite where I want it to be. Cole Palmer is almost playing as left back at the moment. This is very tense. I'm not relaxed whatsoever. Reece James, Madueke now on the right hand side. He's up against Neco Williams. Neco Williams does get past. Good cross coming in. Oh, it's a delightful cross. Chelsea want to throw in, but it will be a throw in for Nottingham Forest. It was a teasing ball from Enzo Fernandez actually, but it's Jadon Sancho that just can't quite get ahead of his defender to get the contact. So there's glimpses of something there, but it's not really anything substantial whatsoever. Yes, only 1 goal, and with it being a game that doesn't mean anything, is making this very tense. And that's probably what I'm predicting for most of these games. they're going to be tense. You know, despite being the last day of the season, I feel like if you've got something to play for, you know, it feels really like it's all on this game, and you don't want to undo 37 games work just by doing something very silly in this game here. And at this moment of time, I feel like Chelsea are playing a little bit safe at the moment. You know, they're not really approaching Forest with any sort of pace at the moment, but it's probably, you know, what I feel like that they've certainly not underestimated them, which is great so far. Fernandez to Madueke. He's trying to go by himself. He can shoot from there. Oh, it's a good block. Good block. I'd get up on your feet quickly because you could find yourself with another chance. Right, Sancho. Cucurella. That was a good rare moment of quality for Madueke there. Oh my goodness me. This is so tense. I'm still getting used to the defensive partnership for Chelsea as well. This is not what I would have asked Adebayo to do. He's run up to the ball and has been dispossessed. Sanchez, oh my goodness me. Oh. Goodness me. Right, so tossing Adebayo basically ran from Chelsea's half to Forest's half, trying to make a run, got dispossessed, and because of that, Chelsea were left so exposed. God, he's got to be very careful. I don't want these ball-playing centre-backs. I would rather keep all my defenders back. Sanchez, you catch that. Thank you. If he spilled that, then it would have been game over. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's good that I'm kept in the loop of what's going on outside of English football. It does feel like at the moment there's these Hollywood passes that's not quite materialising at the moment. Still no other goals, which is making things very interesting. When are we getting Martin at Norwich, by the way, says Charlie. Oh my goodness me. Right, Elanga, Gibbs White, that's some good football for Forest. Well defended by Levi Colwill. I've been quite impressed with Colwill, actually, this game so far. Oh, we have a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, apparently. We have got a goal, and it is to the Europa League winners. Spurs have taken the lead. That will, believe it or not, put them on 41 points. Amazing stuff from Spurs. Or is it a penalty? Okay, that doesn't make it sound any more spectacular. But regardless, it means that Spurs and game week 48 could make the over 40 mark. Even a draw would not be enough for Spurs to get 40 points, but a win will. And they're doing so at this moment. That leaves the door open for Brentford to try and get 8th place to potentially get European place for Conference League. Would Brentford be a favourite to win the competition? I don't know, but I certainly think they can have a good crack at it. But again, they've not qualified for it yet. We have to wait until the very, very end of this hour and 45 minutes. Right, Cole Palmer is certainly being pressed on. They're gonna... Okay, what they're gonna do? They're going... Is it throw in? No, yeah, they're giving the Chelsea throw in. Right, good. Again, I felt a little bit fortunate that they gave in Chelsea's favour there. So yeah, that makes things very interesting, because then if Brentford do get a goal against Wolves, then it means that Brentford could get European football ahead of Brighton. Right, Chelsea playing a little bit on the ball. Neto, who has looked a little bit positive so far. Good defending there by Forest. Sangare with a very strong tackle. Enzo Fernandez is trying to press on Murillo. Elliot Anderson now on the ball, who I've not seen a lot of this game so far. Here's Sangare again. Gibbs White to Dominguez. Murillo now back with the ball. According to Football Rankings, Chelsea finished 6th of the Prem and win the UCL. No English teams will be in the Conference League next season. Is that the point? I thought 8th place would get it. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought 8th place would get it. So free kicks been awarded for Nottingham Forest there. Oh my god! I mean, Colwell, just don't try and get yourself a yellow card. It's a very late push from Colwell on Elanga there. Elanga's shown. I mean, what I've seen from Elanga, he has developed a part of his game which I've not seen at all from when he was at United. He is using his strength so well when he's protecting the ball and trying to manoeuvre his way past the Chelsea Met line. But this is a free kick for Nottingham Forest. They've not had one, actually, I think, until the 18th minute, actually. So this is the first sort of set-piece opportunity. We were just speaking about Brentford. There is a goal at Molineux. Let's just quickly see how this free kick's going to go. Murillo. Oh, it's offside. Okay, nothing. So there's a goal at Molineux. We just spoke about Brentford potentially having a chance to finish in 8th place. They're doing exactly that. They are beating Wolves by 1-0. That will mean that Brentford do finish ahead of Brighton. And I need to confirm whether that will mean if they will get Conference League or not. But that will be... okay, wait. So if I'm right in saying, does it mean if Chelsea win, then Brentford no longer get that Conference League place? Is that how they're doing it? I have a strange... It feels strange that that would be the way that happens. But this will be an amazing season for Brentford if they finish 8th place. I mean, I'm going to look very, very wrong. If you do remember in my table predictions, Brentford were the one rogue team that I predicted to go down with 2 of the 3 newly promoted sides. Because, of course, I couldn't predict Ipswich to go down. And that is really proving to be a very bad prediction now. That actually might be my worst prediction this year. In fact, it will be. It will easily be my worst prediction this year. Even worse than Forest. Wow. So we've now starting to see a couple of goals trickling in, which is going to make things very interesting. Oh, we've got a goal at Craven Cottage. It's just appeared on my phone. Ilkay Gundogan for Manchester City has just scored. That will certainly guarantee Man City's Champions League football for next season. So that leaves 2 spaces open currently as it stands. Neto, he's been playing on here. Come on, cross the ball. They're not finding the pass to get to the striker. I mean, they're moaning Forest that no foul was given on Neto on Williams. Oh, I can understand his aggrievement. It did feel a bit of a shoulder barge, but you've got to take those chances. It was almost like Neto was surprised that the foul wasn't given, but you've got to still craft a chance. And right now, no goalkeeper has had to make a save yet. But yeah, Man City looking very comfortable at the moment. And then let's say, I mean, it does look like Man City are not going to overtake Arsenal because Arsenal do have a much better goal difference, but they're only 1 point behind Arsenal as it stands because Arsenal are only drawing against Southampton. If Southampton, let's say, beat Arsenal, and as it stands, then Man City and Arsenal will actually finish on the same amount of points. Okay, I mean, because for what I've been told, because of the European rankings for this year, the top 5 will get you Champions League. So the way that I'm thinking about it is that 6th and 7th will give you Europa League, and then anyone else that's won a trophy will get it. So Palace will get it because they won FA Cup. And then what I'm thinking after that, then there's one more space that's saved up for Conference League. That's my understanding, but I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it confused. I always find how the rankings change are very confusing personally, but I don't know. I feel like I've sort of got an idea of what's going on with that. Elanga. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. That's well headed in the end. Don't head it back into danger. What are you doing? It's still in play. Right, Aina. Cucurella. He's almost going to give it an assist. Get it out. Thank you, Colwell. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, they're struggling to cope with Chris Wood. But most teams have been. I mean, what is Palmer doing there? You need to boot it out when you're in that position. You need to be aware that you've got people on you. Chris Wood is the one that does win the header over Reece James and Adebayor. Adebayor is having a bit of a shocker at the moment. Is that Enzo Fernandez who's down at the moment? That's not a good sign if he is. Still 0-0, 23 minutes in. Nothing too substantial relating to Champions League at the moment. It's pretty much everything that we've expected to happen, maybe apart from Palace scoring against Liverpool. But in hindsight, I think with how things are going... excuse me. With how things are going, I feel like it's kind of staying as it is at the moment. Rylanger with the corner. Okay, there's a bit of pushing and shoving at the moment. Anthony Taylor's not happy with Sangare. Oh, I'm getting very nervy here. It's certainly very physical, this game, which is certainly... I don't know. I feel like when you rattle this Chelsea side, they have a tendency to bowl over. So they've found it easier against the sides that don't really press them physically. But yeah, this side's going to really try and push their buttons. And of course, Forest, I think I thought, oh my gosh, that was a really good run from Chris Wood. But it was Adebayor who won the header. So well done. That was actually a really good bit of defending from Tosin there. Good stuff. Slated him for his performance, but that is a good header. It was actually Milenkovic who was running for that header, not Chris Wood, which, had he not won that header, then Milenkovic would have had a diving header with momentum, and probably that would have likely have been a goal. So good bit of positional defending there from Tosin. Right, you've got to be very wary. You've got a Forest side with Neco Williams and Ellie Anderson especially really... being physical here. Good tackle from Palmer, but it's one back. Sangare. Oh, I'm sorry, Aina. Now to Sangare. Back to other Aina now. Who remembers when he was at Fulham? And was it Sunderland he also played for as well? No, he definitely played for Fulham in the Championship, I think. Right. Chelsea are struggling a little bit to break down this Forest flow in a moment. Okay, that's a bit poor from them. Chelsea throw in. I feel like certainly just need a bit of calmness here at the moment. I feel like Chelsea are not having a lot of control, which I'm not sure if I'm liking, if in all honesty. I would certainly like Chelsea to be more in control on the ball. But actually, that's actually been one thing that I've been quite critical for Chelsea all season. That they've held the ball, but they've just not been able to attack with it. But... this is a situation where they actually are needing to try and defend and to ensure that they're doing all right. Looking at the stats, apparently Manchester United have been doing the better against them in Aston Villa. That's something I would like to hear. I don't know. Newcastle looking the better against Everton. That's no surprise. Yeah, it's really Newcastle and Manchester United, and Aston Villa, who are really going to be the two sides that I'm really going to be paying attention to. Okay, this could be a chance for Chelsea. Right, Palmer. Defended by Mikalenko. Casido against Gibbs-White. He does well, actually. Then Madueke against Neco Williams, who's been very lively this game so far. Tosin to Cucurella. Colwill. Okay, Cole Palmer. Kind of operating a bit more of a winged winger position today. I certainly would not have put him there. Oh, okay. Casido again. This is some decent play from Chelsea. Just some very patient play. So this is sort of the play I'm being used to. A bit sideways backwards, but they are keeping at least the ball. Just as long as they don't get dispossessed in a dangerous position, I don't mind it. And as long as they still find a goal from it. Because you can do that. I mean, Forest could literally sit back and allow them to do that for 90 minutes. And it wouldn't work. It's about finding that balance and knowing when to attack the opposition. Oh, is that free kick going to be awarded? There is a free kick awarded to Chelsea. I can sense Nottingham Forest are getting a bit frustrated with Anthony Taylor at the moment. And with the referees, if you're on their good side, I think you're more likely going to get a benefit of the doubt. Right. There's Nicholas Jackson. I mean, just disgraced himself. Absolutely disgraced himself a couple of games ago. Head loss, honestly. No other goals. Apparently there was a goal, I think, for Leicester, but it has been ruled out for offside. So quite a few away goals. The only home goal we've seen so far has actually appeared in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for that Solanke penalty. So yeah, a couple of 1-0s, majority 0-0s, and most of the 1-0s are away from home. Reece James with a free kick, headed away by Ola Aina. That's good defending from Aina there. Casido wins it back. Reece James against Morgan Gibbs-White. He's got to be careful. Right. Jadon Sancho. Madueke now on the other side. Sancho. Back to Casido. Toss in. He's the last man now. Right. They've kind of lost any sort of threat that they've had now. Chelsea. They're trying to play it centrally, which had worked. Okay. Enzo Fernandez with Madueke. That's good. Good football there. Palmer. Cross. Oh, first shot on the game for Chelsea. And it's Neto that catches a volley. It's a bit of a shin of a shot, but it's over the goal. It's quite unlucky, actually. It's a good, fast bit of play from Chelsea there. Madueke, and then it's Cole Palmer at the right-hand side this time. Teasing ball. Neto does time his run really well. Actually does get past Murillo brilliantly. Oh, it's an awkward one. It actually comes off his foot. He doesn't shin it at all. It comes off his foot. Oh, if he guided our target, that would have been a really good opportunity. It wouldn't have been the most powerful of shots, but it would have been something for Sels to really think about. So this is certainly going to be... that's definitely the best chance of the game so far, I would say. Okay, Nottingham Forest holding on to the ball at the moment. Oh, that's a very good ball. Neco Williams in the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Headed away by Reece James, but it's not cleared. Chris Wood keeps it alive. Cross comes in. Oh, my goodness me. He goes for goal, I think. Elliot Anderson. And I think it's gone wide. Did Sanchez make a save? I don't think he did. I like to say he didn't. Yeah, Reece James, but it wasn't really a powerful header at all. Chris Wood keeps it alive. And then it's Elliot Anderson. Yeah, it... Right, let's see. Does he get a touch? No, he doesn't. He actually pulls his hand out. Good goalkeeping in the end. He didn't go for that. Right, come on, Reece James. Forest have a UCL winning. Hudson-Odoi. Yes, I remember. I do remember. Good old days of 2021. All yellow card being awarded. The first yellow card of the game. I think it's to Nottingham Forest and Elliot Anderson. He gets the first yellow card. So what happened there? It was Williams who misses the challenge. And then, yeah, it is Elliot Anderson who catches Madueke. In my understanding, it's clear the EPS, well, it doesn't have any effect on European places in the domestic leagues. We've had a bit of confusion with Serie A last season. Right, okay. I feel like it will be one of those ones there. We know for a fact that top 7 is definitely going to get European stuff, and we already know Palace and Spurs have got European spots as well. So we've got at least 9 teams in England getting there. But the best case scenario will be if we get to 10 and 8th place does give Conference League. But, I'm assuming we're going to find out very, very soon. Still no other goals since Brentford's goal. I think Brentford's goal was the last goal that I've had to update on the tracker. The rest have all been 0-0s and staying as they are. Long ball in for Chelsea. Madueke. Good defending again by Neco Williams. What a season he's having for Nottingham Forest. Enzo Fernandez to Cucurella. Colwell. Palmer. Passing it back from to Tosin. Okay, it's in Forest's half, but they really have no idea what they need to do. Right, they're going to try and play it out wide. That's not the best of balls from Madueke at all. In fact, they've got to be very careful. Good defending by Reece James there to stop that attack. 33 minutes in, I'm really just watching the time go down and tick away. Right, be very careful here. Come on. Oh my gosh, okay. Palmer. Toss in. Fernandez. Oh, he manages to recover it. That's good. But good defending again. I'm telling you, Leco Williams he's playing out of his skin at the moment. Not seen this in any other season I've seen of him. He's had a brilliant role at fullback so far in this game. Right, and Chelsea have just booted it away in frustration to the goalkeeper. Right, I think Reece James is clutching his hair. There's been some form of collision. I'm hoping it's not serious. Definitely cannot afford Reece James to go off the pitch. I feel like he'll be the one player that can kind of keep this squad focused. So what happened? Oh, was it his own player? Was it Fernandez actually called him? I don't actually know what happened there. But this is very, very a nervy game, I think, from both sides. I would dare say with this. Gautam is saying Chelsea win 100%. I would not guarantee that based on how they're playing at the moment. They're doing okay. They're basically doing exactly as I've expected. But the fact that it is still no goals, it already makes me very nervous. But we're not under the pressure yet of needing to find this goal. Manchester United are still drawing against Aston Villa. And for what I'm seeing, that they've actually been playing quite well at Old Trafford at the moment. So it will be very nice for Manchester United to beat Aston Villa. It will mean that Aston Villa will definitely not overtake Chelsea, even if Chelsea lose. So that'll be a really good result. And then, yeah, then a draw here, if Aston Villa do lose, then actually a draw here would be perfect. Because then it will mean that Chelsea do get 5th. And it means that Forest will miss out potentially in 6th. You're wearing the blue. Well, I wouldn't say this is fully blue, but this is not too far from blue. I mean, if the weather was better, I would have worn blue shorts. I typically wear blue shorts, actually. But, yeah, weather today hasn't been too great. It's actually looking okay now. Obviously, the weather is nice when I'm not outside. 3-4 months ago, when I looked at it and I saw Liverpool play fans, so I thought, no way, Crystal Palace will ruin Liverpool once again. Well, yeah, technically they're ruining in terms of their scores, but there's no real danger, to be honest, in this game at the moment. Even if Palace win, it's just better for Palace, really. God, excuse me, I've got so much indigestion, sorry. Right, you're from Greece, sir. Oh, that's really cool. I mean, that would be a good way to know a bit more of the chat. Let me know where you're watching this stream from. It'll be really interesting to know how international we are being today. Okay, interesting that the last 10 minutes, Chelsea have had 77% of the ball. So I dare say this is Chelsea now starting to regain that control. But, okay, you've got to be very careful. Neto cannot be losing your head to Anthony Taylor because he will give you a red card. So, be very careful. It's only 10 minutes to half time. Let's just make sure we have 11 men on the pitch by the time half time comes. Okay, Chelsea win the ball back quite well here, actually. Although Forest have also done the same. Both teams not being able to keep the ball well, I've noticed. But that's understandable with what's at stake. Both clubs are looking very nervous. Offside's been given against Elanga, and it will be free kick Chelsea. We're already an hour in the stream. That's crazy how much time goes. Still no other goals, so to remind you, Man City are 1-0 up against Fulham. It is Gundogan with the goal. That means that Man City will be getting Champions League football as results are standing. Palace scored the first goal. They are 1-0 up against Liverpool. Ismail Assar in the opening 10 minutes of that game. And Spurs are taking the lead against Brighton. Dominic Solanke from the penalty spot. And the only other goal is at Molineux, where Brentford have taken the lead against Wolves. We'll show what the table is currently looking like. But I tell you what, that goal for Spurs really does improve their league position quite substantially. Especially with the fact that Wolves aren't gaining a point either. Okay, this is some good stuff from Chelsea here. Good physicality to win the ball back here. Madueke against Neco Williams, but Neco Williams again with a really strong tackle. Throwing Chelsea. They're going to have to do something different because Neco Williams is just figuring out what to do when Madueke is running across the box here. Not the best of pass there by Enzo Fernandez. Murillo read him like a book here. It is so tense at the moment. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness me. So Crystal Palace could record their 5th win at Anfield since their promotion. I tell you what, to win at Anfield 5 times in, 11 attempts? That is an amazing record from Palace. To almost get a 50%, not even like a unbeaten streak, a win, a winning streak, 50%. That's really good. I would certainly like Chelsea to have that sort of record at Anfield. Right, so long ball going in, and yeah, Reece James just being a little bit silly with Chris Wood there, pulling him down. He's got to be very careful, Reece James, that he doesn't get a booking. I would personally like no Chelsea players to get a yellow card going into the break. I don't want Anthony Taylor to be thinking, maybe I should have given a couple of players some yellow cards here. So I need them to stay in check and just remember that this particular referee has a tendency to be very card heavy. Right. It's good to see Awani doing better. Right, Forest going down, nothing being given. That's what I would have expected. Very strong tackle there, and throw-in being given to Chelsea. Forest won a pen, but personally it is very, very soft. I'm not surprised he didn't stop the play. He goes down before there's contact, so yeah, no pen. No VAR, so they are happy with that decision. 40 minutes gone. 40 minutes gone. This is certainly one of the longest 40 minutes I can remember recent memory. Chelsea playing a little bit dangerously at the back at the moment. I just like them when they're playing out from the back. Nottingham Forest are really swarming them, and I'm not liking that they are looking a little bit relaxed. Because I certainly wouldn't be. I would be thinking, just get rid of the ball. Just at least lump it upfield. Please, just do that. Right, okay, Cucurella. To Jadon Sancho, who I've barely seen in this game. I've actually forgotten he was playing. Palmer and Sancho do get in a bit of a tangle with each other there. Good tackle from Palmer. Both are showing some physicality. It's a throw into Chelsea. Yes, it's given to Chelsea. That's what I thought. Still 0-0 between Ipswich and West Ham, by the way. So there could be a point for Ipswich. It'll be nice to see Ipswich win a second home game. They've only won home game all season. That was Chelsea. And you think of that, if Chelsea just had those 3 points, even just a singular point from that game, they wouldn't be in this level of stress now going into game week 38. Right, okay. Here we go. So, Cucurella with Jadon Sancho. He's up against Ola Aina. Good cross, headed away by Milenkovic. He's got to be very careful here, Chelsea. Nice weather, I've got to say, in Nottingham today. The sun is shining. I hope the sun will be shining on Chelsea if they get their Champions League place confirmed. It's currently confirmed as it stands because... oh my gosh, that was very close. Oh my gosh, just now, the closest anyone's got to scoring, and it's Nottingham Forest. That is a very teasing ball. We need to see what happened there, but it's Chris Wood who's just become this close to scoring. Dominguez there, Ola Aina clearly onside. Oh my goodness, Colwell would not want to see that back. He absolutely has embarrassed himself. He's not even noticed Chris Wood there. Aina with a really teasing ball. That's a delightful ball. A little bit similar to Neto's chance, but Chris Wood is actually positioned quite a fair bit better. He's actually a little bit closer to the goal than what Neto has as well. So, a little bit, not entirely identical. Oh, I hope Fernandes didn't just get booked for dissent there. Last European match for Forest was against Bayern Munich. They lost 2-1 in Munich and 5-1 in City Ground and played in the UEFA Cup. Wow. That tells you what's happened. Oh, I was just speaking about it would be nice if Ipswich could get their second home win of the season. That's currently not happening because James Ward-Prowse has just scored for West Ham. 1-0 West Ham. It means that Spurs fall down another place, down to 15th as it stands. Oh, that's a good break from Nottingham Forest here. Gives Wyver a lot of space. That's a very crucial block by Tosin there. Good defending. And it's a throw into Forest. Right, 44 minutes and Forest are looking very, very dangerous. Can you just get to half-time without conceding a goal and a chance? That would be really, really nice. Forest just looked really dangerous there. So, let's keep this going. It's another away goal scored as well, actually. Unless they have disallowed it, but I don't think it's disallowed. I think it is an official goal for West Ham United. And it will mean that Ipswich will stay 19th place. And there's also a goal at St Mary's. You can probably guess. It is Arsenal. Arsenal has scored. I think it's, was it Nwaneri or was it Kyrgios who has scored? No, Kieran Tierney. Not even any of those. So Kieran Tierney has scored for Arsenal. So we're now starting to see some goals chipping in. Only one home goal though. The rest have been from away goals. And then in terms of 0-0s, it's ironically most of the 0-0s are happening with the teams really fighting. Oh, big moment at Villa Park. Apparently Emiliano Martinez has been sent off for Aston Villa. So it will mean that Olsen, I'm assuming, will then go in goal. And then Aston Villa will be down to 10 men for the entire second half. I don't know what has happened at Old Trafford. I've been hearing that Manchester United have actually been a better side, which has shocked me. But, wow. I need to look into what has happened there. Right. Free kick coming in. Well done, Sanchez. Just catch it. Take your time. We've got 20 seconds to half time. So at this moment, I mean, look how close this is. But the biggest difference here is touches in the opposition box. Forest have had 10 and Chelsea have only had 3 touches. So Chelsea's attacking-wise have really struggled today. But they've struggled all season, so I'm not shocked at that. Goal kick. Is he going to blow for half-time? He has blown for half-time. So, halfway done for Chelsea's European hopes. Neto went the closest to Chelsea after he had basically received the ball, a really good cross actually from Palmer, at the sole of his foot, but was only able to guide it over the goal. But then literally only minutes before half-time, Chris Wood, very close to scoring for Nottingham Forest, teasing ball by Ola Aina. Bit similar circumstances, but gets a better connection on it, and it's also high and wide over the goal. After 45 minutes, it is Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 0 at the City Ground. So, whilst it's half-time, let's also talk through all the scores, going through all the other games. Bournemouth 0, Leicester 0. So, Leicester will be confirming 18th place. Bournemouth will be staying in the lower mid-table. Fulham 0, Man City 1. City confirming their European spot. West Ham currently beating 1-0. They'll be overtaking Manchester United as it stands. Crystal Palace beating Liverpool 1-0. They'll be finishing on 55 points currently. 0-0 between Aston Villa and Man United. Although Aston Villa going down to 10 men. Newcastle 0, Everton 0. Forest 0, Chelsea 0. Southampton 0, Arsenal 1. Maybe not so much of a shock in that one there. Kieran Tierney just scoring. Spurs 1, Brighton 0. A good boost for Spurs. And Wolves 0, Brentford 1. And that really does make a good significant goal for Brentford, who could, depending how things are going, could get a Europa Conference League place. Depending on what happens. Yes, I've just read Martinez sent off. I have no idea why. I'm going to look through the commentary now, just so that I can learn what's happened. But I was confused from the get-go. For Manchester United were apparently playing very well against Aston Villa. I was very shocked. So what has happened? Has he conceded a penalty? Is it going to be... Yeah, Man United surprisingly on top is the headline. Very easy decision. Clumsy from the goalkeeper. Bad pass from Cash. Matty Cash being sloppy. Højlund is gifted the ball. So Højlund actually drew the foul. Wow. That's unbelievable. So, with how things are going, let's actually see. So, yeah, so Højlund was going to a back pass from Villa defender. He bargained him way out of his area. Wow. I am surprised he actually went for that, because with how Højlund has been scoring all season, I probably would have given him an open goal and he still would have missed. So, probably just panic for Martinez. And, yeah, ultimately, it is not leaving them in a good position. But now with all the goals that have gone in at the moment, going into half-time, let's see what it does to the table. Oh, come on, table. Please appear. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Why is capture no longer working? Oh, really? Oh, because I've not used capture for a bit. Now it doesn't want to work. Right, that's baloney. Apologies, guys. I thought that was going to work. Let me just deal with that quickly. I wish I could find like another scene whilst I'm trying to fix this, but there's no other scene that I have. Apologies again. If I could find a way to fix this permanently, I would. There we go. And then I've got all the malarkey of trying to adjust all of this stuff. Okay, there we go. So, with what we can see at the moment, the Champions League spots, we know Liverpool and Arsenal have already got it. They have not updated the scores at all. There we go. That's more like it. So, currently, Liverpool, Arsenal, definitely have already got it from the start. But the other three teams getting Champions League football as it stands are Man City, Newcastle, and Chelsea. They are the current three getting Champions League football. Aston Villa are right on their tails on 67 points. But with Martinez sent off, they're going to have a very difficult second half, believe it or not. I mean, if Manchester United can somehow not beat Aston Villa for an entire half of having one extra guy on the pitch, oh, my goodness me, they've really hit a new low. Nottingham Forest, 7th. But that could all change if they do get a goal against Chelsea. That really dramatically changes if they do get a goal. Blimey. Brentford currently winning against Wolves. That is putting them on 58 points. Nearly just shy on 60 points. And in 8th place currently. Brighton dropping down to 9th. Palace will be getting 10th place as it stands based on other results with their current 1-0 lead over Liverpool. Bournemouth currently in 11th with Fulham losing. They're currently in 12th place. Everton have already confirmed 13th place no matter what scoreline they get. West Ham jump up to 14th from that goal just now against Ipswich. Spurs fall down to 15th, but they will currently hit over 40 points because of that goal. If they draw though, they will fall back down to 39 points and drop all the way down to 17th. And it's currently Manchester United who are currently sitting in 17th place. Wolves dropping down a few places because of Brentford's goal in their game. And then you can see with the bottom three, it is looking very bleak for Ipswich for any sort of chance for finishing 18th place. I mean, look at that form there from Leicester. Suddenly, they're now starting to pick up points when they've needed them. And now, because of that, they're now overtaking Ipswich. Imagine if you tell Arsenal fans that Crystal Palace could get a 5th win at Anfield since their promotion to the Prem, whilst Arsenal have failed the last 12 attempts. I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it? They have Liverpool's number. They know what they got to do. That chance from Chris Wood, that is unbelievable. I don't know how he's missed that. It's actually good pressure from Sanchez. That's a very teasing ball. But yeah, Wood gets ahead of Sanchez. Just doesn't... He's put off by Sanchez, basically. So, it's okay goalkeeping, but it's not the best at goalkeeping. I'd certainly say that chance for Wood is the closest that any team has gone to scoring. But Neto, with similar-ish circumstances, going relatively close for Chelsea too. But that's really all we've had. No shots on target from any of these sides so far. Oh my goodness me. Right, okay, so what do I do with this to try and find some sense? So let's see what both of these squads have got to offer on the bench. Can any of them offer... Oh, you've got to be joking me. Why has that happened again? Oh my god, what a boring first half. Yeah, what a boring first half, but why is my window capture not wanting to work? What's going on? Oh, that is a piss take. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Why is that happening? It's so unprofessional that I keep having to do this. I'm so sorry, guys. Streamlabs is not on my side today. Right, there we go. Thankfully, I've managed to fix it very quickly. Oh, now the webcam doesn't want to appear. Oh, this is great, isn't it? There you go. Here. So what I was just trying to show was just where everyone else is in the table. And I just wanted to see what squad players we've got. Certainly I've not picked the best game to watch. That's an understatement. So with how the stats are going, let's have a deep dive on that. Chelsea a bit more of the stats. XG, bit favouring Forest, which I'm not surprised. One big chance each, which both were quite similar circumstances. 2 shots each, 3 corners to 1, 5 fouls to 4. That's surprising with how little fouls there have been, actually. Similar amount of passes, similar amount of tackles, similar amount of free kicks. Only 1 yellow card against Nottingham Forest there. Yeah, I mean, you can see how close they are, really. Not much is separating them at all. 2 shots each. None on target, none hitting the woodwork. 2 shots off target to the 1. 1 blocked shot from Chelsea. 2 shots inside the box to 1, and shots outside the box 1 in favour of Chelsea. This is a big stat that I want to focus on. 10 touches in the penalty area to Chelsea's 3. So Forest are effectively getting into the penalty box a bit easier than what Chelsea are doing at the moment, which is the one area I'm a little bit concerned about at the moment, in all honesty. But it's a very, very tight game. Very tight game. Which makes it all more nerve-wracking, to be honest. What will I do to... I mean, what can each side do here? Okay, so Chelsea right now, they just need something a little bit more going forward, I'd say. I would, at some point, if things are not going well, we will need... I say Tyreek George can have a chance with... Guyu could go probably later on. I've got to be honest, Chelsea have not really got any major quality off the bench. I'm a little bit worried with Chelsea's bench, I've got to be honest. We're a little bit light attacking-wise. George and Guyu are probably the 2 attacking players, but they are nowhere near like the quality that I'm used to with Chelsea. So Dewsbury Hall maybe could offer something different. Lavia will be good for the midfield, but I don't know. I really don't know what I'll be doing in terms of like turning to the bench point of view. That tells me that Chelsea need to score first. If Chelsea fall behind and they need something from their bench, I'd be really, really scared. Then with Forest, Hudson-Odoi can make a difference. Jota Silva can easily make a difference too. They've got some good players off the bench, Forest. They do. I like their bench a lot more than Chelsea's. If you're finding me entertaining, well, thank you. That's really, really, really kind. I mean, you have to try and spice things up the best that you can when you don't have a really equally spicing game to watch. With it being half time and we're seeing what the current final Premier League table is looking like, what are going to be the major changes in the second half? Let me know in the comments about what sort of goals do you think we'll start seeing in the second half. Do you still fancy Chelsea to still get Champions League, or do you think Forest could get in? Or do you think neither Chelsea or Forest will get in? Because, of course, if Aston Villa win and both Forest and Chelsea draw, Villa steal that final place. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very nerve-wracking here. What do you think we're going to see in terms of the bottom part of the table? Are we actually going to see both United and Spurs finish over 40 points? Because as it stands, because Manchester United have been holding to a draw in the moment and looking like they've got a numerical advantage, it does look like Manchester United will be able to get 40 points. It's just a question whether they can get to 42. With Spurs, can they hold out their current 1-0 advantage at the moment, and can they hold out for 41 points? Oh, right, excuse me. So, this is really nerve-wracking, I can't lie. I am... Certainly, you know, I probably would feel a lot better if Chelsea had a bit of an advantage at this stage, but cannot complain too much. You know, it's still no goals from either side. I will probably hedge my bets on Forest being the more likely team to score. But it's been really close. Really, really close. So, in terms of what we have coming up for this channel, is a very, very good point. So, I will be reviewing my Premier League predictions. That probably will be what I'll be doing on Bank Holiday Monday. So, I will be doing that. Then I've got basically an entire week that I need to study, because then a week from now I'll have an exam. It'll be my final exam though. So that's exciting stuff. And then after that, I've pretty much got the freedom, so I could choose how much of a social life I want to get. I could choose the amount of exercise I want to do. I could choose the amount of YouTube that I want to do as well, which is very, very nice too. We'll be watching the League Two Player Final. I won't be streaming it, but I will certainly be keeping an eye on it. I will be recording my Premier League table reaction tomorrow, most likely. And I probably will be trying to release the video tomorrow as well. That's my target. Whether I do get it, it's not a guarantee. Okay, does look like the second halves are now starting to kick off. But as it stands, it looks like we've still got a tiny bit more to wait in terms of this game. I've got to go very, very quickly and fill my water bottle. Whilst I do that, which I will be back very, very quickly, leave your score predictions for what you think the second half is going to be in terms of Forest and Chelsea in the live chat, and I'll be reading it as it goes along. So I'll be back, guys, in a couple of minutes. Right, back. And actually, it's not kicked off yet, so I have actually gone back just in time. Might go for 1-1. 2-2 is a bit of a stretch. I mean, I predicted 1-1 at the start of the game, but whether it will go 1-1, really do not know if we'll see it. Jack's still thinking 2-1 Forest. That'll be heartbreaking if it does happen that way. Looks like there's been no goals at the moment in terms of the second half. Not been notified with anything yet. They say they want to try and start the game the same, so that means it's something they don't cheat in there. Interesting stuff. Right. So, second half is just about to start. It will be Chelsea kicking off this time. It was Elliot Anderson that kicked off for Forest for the first half. No substitutions from either side from what I'm seeing. I mean, I don't think we're going to see many from Chelsea at all. I'm shocked, actually, about the lack of quality on our bench. Right, they're huddling everyone here. Right, I want Reece James to really remind this lot that they're 45 minutes away from Champions League football. Don't let this slip now. Aston Villa are being put in a tough situation now. You've got to at least do your job and do not lose this game. I really want him to ring that home with them. Because I do sometimes think that they don't really understand the jeopardy. But I think if they do keep with what they're doing, they might be okay. I mean, Forest are very nervy as well. But I'm not surprised because they could achieve something that they would have, not even thought about that they could get this season. So obviously that they are, they're really, really nervy. But Chelsea, they themselves, they've not won Champions League football since the new ownership have come in. A lot of these players would not have qualified for Champions League football. So ideally, it's two sides that really, really need, well, not really need, but they both really want Champions League football. And both with a win can do it. Right, so Chelsea kick off. They're currently having a good spell of the ball. Neto, good bit of defending. Oh, you've got to, Enzo Fernandez, please be careful not to get too mad. You have seen Anthony Taylor before, give yellow cards for dissent. And that same goes for you, Neto. I'm watching you. So yeah, already 30 seconds in, we've got some complaining with a very strong challenge by Sangari, I think it was. Forest have now regained control. It's the last day of La Liga, isn't it? Or is it like one of the last days? Right, Casido does very well to get the ball past Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, what ball is that, Enzo Fernandez? Oh, that's going to be a yellow. Oh, he's going to play on. That's surprising. I thought that was going to be a yellow card challenge, but he's played on the referee. And then, yeah, it's off. I think he might book Enzo Fernandez. If he doesn't, he's a lucky boy. I don't think he has. I mean, he is a lucky boy, Enzo Fernandez. And that's the thing. Fernandez does have glimpses, but he really does. He's such a raw player, Fernandez. Just very in your face, and those are the sorts of players that opposition players would really not like. But in terms of actual people in the team, he's sort of a player that could either be the creator of all things bright and beautiful, or could just be the self-destruct button in the team as well. And I hope he's not the latter. Yeah, camera's being put on Enzo a little bit. It's definitely pinning down his frustrations at the moment. But it is Chelsea who have the ball currently. 47 minutes gone. Oh, I tell you what, I mean, if Forest score, it's pretty much game over, really. Because you're then relying on two sides not winning. Oh, that's good defending. Very predictable, but really good defending in the end. Cucurella couldn't get to Jadon Sancho's delivery there. It's now Nottingham Forest now on the ball. Murillo, who is, I've got to say, he's recovered very well. Right, Neto against Neco Williams. And Neto does well to find Enzo Fernandez there. Okay, this is some good stuff. Levi Colwell, who's quite far up the pitch. He better not lose it. Cucurella to Jadon Sancho. Right, Neto. Neto on the right-hand side. Ball comes in. Won by Ola Aina. That's been a bit of a disappointing thing at the moment. When the crosses have come in, no Chelsea player have really been winning it at the moment. It's been defended quite easily from Forest at the moment. Right, Palmer with the cross. Mikalenko defends it, and it's a corner to Chelsea. Jack Hinchelwood has just equalised for Brighton. It's the first game with 2 goals in this final Premier League day. 1-1 between Spurs and Brighton. That means Brighton will return to 8th place. So despite Brentford doing all they can, they won't be in 8th and potentially a Europa Conference League spot because of Brighton getting that equaliser. And it means Spurs will fall down to 17th in the league. Cross comes in. Oh, headed away by Murillo. Still Chelsea on the ball. Cucurella. Neto! Shot! Goal! Is it on? Yes, I think it's a goal. Levi Colwell for Chelsea has scored. Oh my gosh, my voice is nearly gone. That's a huge moment for Chelsea. Just 4 minutes into the second half. That's exactly the moment that they needed. I don't know if there's going to be anything wrong with this, but I don't want to get too over the top because VAR just takes away that fun. But that's a really, really nice goal for Chelsea's point of view. Just finally having a little bit of spell in the second half. That's a huge goal for Chelsea's chances of Champions League football. Not only have they got the first goal, but they've got a bit of a cushion. Right, it's Cole Palmer. Then it's Caicedo to Palmer again. Cross comes in, headed away by Murillo. And then it's won by Sancho to Cucurella again. And yeah, it's a very valid goal. I can't see anything wrong with it. Williams doesn't get a good enough header. Neto does brilliantly. Sells can't claw it out. And there's Levi Colwell. Right place, right time. And he scores. Blue Terrier will know all about Levi Colwell, former Huddersfield player. 1-0 Chelsea. 5 minutes into the second half. Oh, he thought about taking his shirt off, but he didn't in the end. Well done for remembering. Now, here comes Madueke now for Chelsea. Right, this could be a chance for them to score. I've not even updated the score sheet yet. It could be a chance for 2. Madueke! And it's clawed out by Matt Sells. And it's still in Chelsea's danger. No, it's cleared by Forest. They've done. Okay, and then... Okay, here comes an attack for Nottingham Forest. They've got to wake up here, Chelsea. They've got some defending to do now. Elanga. Oh, goodness me. I'm a bit scared of this attack here. Shot. It's a balloon shot, and it's well collected by Sanchez. Right, a lot to take in. So, as it stands, Chelsea are 4th in the table. That's amazing. Forest 0, Chelsea 1. I've only updated like the big score at the moment. It's good to see the Chelsea fans actually really excited for once. It's amazing. We have also got another goal at Portman Road. Maybe a chance for Ipswich to get another point. It is Nathan Broadhead with the goal for Ipswich Town. One more goal for Ipswich, and that could be their second home win of the season. That will mean that West Ham will fall below Man United currently, I think. Oh, God, this could be a chance for Elanga if he keeps it in. He does. Oh, it's well defended by Levi Colwell. Oh, goodness me. Right, okay, that goal has woken up Nottingham Forest now. It has woken up. Ross Stewart is a Premier League goal scorer. He's just scored for Southampton against Arsenal. Okay, then. So none of the recently relegated sides are losing at the moment. Where is Southampton and Arsenal? Oh, it's there. Right, hang on. Cross comes in, headed away by Sancho. Right. Oh, my gosh. Right. So now with that goal... Oh, my gosh. So much intensity there from Neto there. Oh, it's... okay, I can understand why Anthony Taylor's not giving it. Oh, goodness me. I nearly kicked the camera. Apologies. Right. Cole Palmer. It is now Cucurella. Tosin, Caicedo, Madueke, Tosin. Be very careful. Oh my goodness me. Right, calm. Okay, well, with any sort of hope that Ipswich had, they've already conceded a goal from West Ham. It's Jared Bowen that's made it 2-1 West Ham. I mean, that just sums up Ipswich. They can get a goal, but similarly, they cannot defend for toffee in the Prem. And they are a team which I don't think will guarantee, success in the Championship next season. I think them going from such a high to then such a low, it can take a toll. It really can. Oh, right. So, certainly Forest having a bit of urgency, but Chelsea, now with that goal advantage, they're trying to slow I wouldn't try slowing the play down already, but they've got a corner, Chelsea, which they can take advantage of. I definitely will be... Oh, okay. That's a good ball. Header. Come on, toss in. No, Eddie Anderson wins the ball in the end. Sangare just... Oh, and Anthony Taylor gets in the way. Oh, he's proving to be quite an important player for Chelsea today. So as it stands, yeah, Chelsea 4. So the good thing about this is because Newcastle aren't winning their game, we've got a bit of a cushion. Obviously, things can change if Forest equalised and Chelsea move back down to 5th. But it's a good safety cushion knowing that you're not still sitting around in 5th place in the moment. And actually, a win does guarantee Chelsea Champions League football. And that is exactly what's happening at the moment. So right now, if it could just stay as it is, that'd be amazing. Right. Reece James does very well to cope with Neco Williams there, who's having a really good game, I've got to say, for Forest. I've been really impressed with him. Very quick throwing from Forest, though. They're sensing a really big urgency here. You've got to be very careful. Oh, my goodness me. Right, goal kick. Yeah, a bit of frustration there from Elliot Anderson to concede a goal kick there. Apparently, Casemiro hitting the post. Oh, it's good to hear that Manchester United are knocking on the door. That's good to know that. It's nervy stuff. Nervy stuff. Okay, so actually, that means because Forest have just conceded and Arsenal have just conceded, it means both David Raya and Matt Sells will get the joint Golden Glove. So a little bit of fact checking for you guys. So we're gonna have a joint winners for the Golden Glove this season between a Nottingham Forest goalkeeper and an Arsenal goalkeeper. Who would have thought that it would be Nottingham Forest that actually tie with the most clean sheets all season? That really highlights the amazing defensive work and progress that Forest have made all season. Yellow card. I nearly said red card. Yellow card for Caicedo. I can't lie. Quite soft. Okay, no, it's not soft. It's not soft at all. It's a clear attempt to stop an attack. So yeah, it's a yellow card for Caicedo. The Ecuadorian is now in the referee's book. Right, first substitution for Nottingham Forest. And of course, it is the one player I am scared of. So, the Forest substitution. I think it's Sangare that's going off the pitch. And then going on the pitch is former Chelsea player Callum Hudson-Odoi. If he is the player that spoils Chelsea's Champions League hopes, I'm going to cry inside. But as it stands, it's all good. The free kick for Forest due to that Caicedo foul. That's a good... Oh my god, that was a good chance for Chris Wood. Chelsea won offside, but I don't think it would have been given. Oh no, it was flat for offside. It didn't look off to me. Whew. Trent is apparently on the pitch. Tell me the reception he's getting. Is it a good reception? I know Jurgen Klopp's there. Oh, hello. What's happened to my TV? Why is my TV just turned off? No, what's going on with my TV? Why is it turned off? Okay, it's back. I don't know why my TV just randomly turned off. Luteria's getting his chance now. Oh my goodness me. So Chelsea on 69 points. On 4th place currently. They definitely actually can't finish 3rd because even if Man City were losing against Fulham... well, in fact, no. Chelsea could finish 3rd if they do beat Forest and Man City lose to Fulham. I don't think that's going to happen though. Forest now showing... Forest looking way more likely to team about to score now. That's a good bit of play for them. Williams, good block. Murillo, Milenkovic, Aina now. Is Elanga. They clapped him. That's good. I'm pleased. Last game at Anfield, you know, so, you better get something from them. Okay. Mingus there. Oh, God. Cross comes in. Good defending by Casido, but it's a corner. Right. This is tense now. Forest are certainly pressing for an equaliser. Biggest weakness is conceding first. Well, whilst they've conceded first, their response since conceding first has actually been very positive. Apparently, they've had the most set-piece goals as well, Nottingham Forest. They've got a corner, so they can have a chance here to get something. Okay, it's a good catch by Sanchez. Right. Just, you can take your time, but I don't want you to take your time too much. So there's that stat there. So when conceding first in 11 games, Forest have only won once. They've drawn 2 other times, and they've lost 8 times. So that is a big weakness for Forest. Chelsea now need to try and exploit that and get another goal. I don't think 1 goal will be enough. I think they need to get at least a 2-goal cushion here. Forest are looking very dangerous when they do go forward. God, they're looking a bit slow, Chelsea. I don't like that. Come on, just have some calmness. Chris Wood is hungry to try and press Levi Colwood for the ball. That's a good ball to Cucurella. Milenkovic has done well there. It is a throw to Chelsea. And we are now officially at the 60-minute mark. Chelsea are half an hour away from confirming Champions League football next season. God, I've got a bit of a headache. Oh, this could be a chance for Palmer. He's going to the box. Deflection. Oh, it's saved. It's an easy save in the end by Matt Sales. I think it's Matty Sales, actually. But Sales makes a very easy save. Looks like Lavia is about to go onto the pitch. I mean, probably the best quality player out of the players for the substitutions, but it's not a striker. We really, I think, still need to ensure that we have an attacking-minded substitution, because right now, I don't think 1 goal is going to be enough. I really don't. Forest do look very quick going forward and very dangerous. So, I think by the looks of things... Is that Jadon Sancho going off? Yeah, I would have said Sancho would have been the player I would have taken off if that could be his last game for Chelsea. I mean, it wasn't really a good transfer at all, if I've got to be brutally honest. But Romeo Lavia is on for Sancho. Probably Maresca's approach to try and gain some control back in the midfield. Another goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Brighton have turned it around against Spurs. It does look like it now will be 8th place for Brighton and Hove Albion for Herzler. Oh, hello. Okay, corner for Chelsea. Oh, no, for Forest, sorry. Sorry, I thought I was going to miss a really dangerous Forest attack. It didn't end up to be that way. It was good defending, but Forest have won a corner from that. They're getting loads of set pieces now, Forest, which I am not liking. 61 minutes in. What can be done? Oh, that's not the corner. Has been kept on. Oh, careful. Toss in. He has managed to head it out. Oh, my goodness me. And then a ball. It's been blocked out. Aina goes for goal, and it's high and over. Oh, my gosh. Right. Okay, calm. Just calm. So basically what has happened, it was a very deep corner. Forest do somehow win the ball back out of play, amazingly, in fact. Tosin heads it backwards, nearly at Sanchez. It would have nearly been an own goal. But, yeah, just a bit of head tennis, and it's ended up to Ola Aina at the edge of the box, shoots, and it's high and wide. Nice back heel goal. Oh, I'm liking the detail of the goals. So, okay, a push from Neto, which has meant that the defender has collided with Manny Sales. Don't know if he might get a yellow card for that. Bournemouth have scored, but also with a goal disallowed. So both Bournemouth and Leicester have scored, but both with goals disallowed in their games. So currently, as it stands, there's only Ipswich in the current bottom three who are not picking up a single point so far. No, can't say I'm surprised, unfortunately. So I saw that comment as well. So yeah, what do you call it? Some teams are playing their games in the final day now to ease fixture congestion for European competitions. I mean, my goodness me. That's going to be a massive benefit for Real Betis when they play against Chelsea, isn't it? And yeah, the Premier League doesn't do that. I don't know why they don't. I really don't know why they don't even think about doing that. I mean, they technically did for the two games just now for Manchester United playing Chelsea and Spurs playing Aston Villa. But then, why don't they do it for like any other games and stuff? Apparently, red card at Anfield. Gravenberch is sent off, and it's bad for worse for Liverpool. It does look like that they'll be ending their Premier League winning campaign with a defeat at Anfield against Crystal Palace. Right, well done for Taylor for playing that on. Look at the space. Right, come on, Madueke. You've got so much space here. You've got Ola Aina to contend with, but you've got Enzo Fernandez that can help. You're not. Come on, just pass it down there, and. Referee is stopped. I think he's giving it in favour of Nottingham Forest. Personally, Madueke took way too long on the ball. It was good defending by Dominguez. I hope he's not too hurt. I am shocked at the moment that Newcastle have not got a goal against Everton. Because at that moment, that's actually meaning... Oh! And actually, speaking of that, we've got a goal at St James's Park. And... it is to Everton, apparently. Alcaraz has apparently scored for Everton. That is amazing news for Chelsea if that is the case. Because it will mean that even with a draw, Chelsea will still overtake Newcastle because of the points. I mean, obviously, because of the points. What else? So currently, Newcastle are finishing 6th and Aston Villa are 5th. So then that gives Aston Villa something tangible to work with here. Oh my gosh. So it's Newcastle, the team that are losing now. And Newcastle started in the day in 4th place. It is going wrong for Newcastle United at this moment of time. Wow. I was not expecting that. I was really not expecting that whatsoever. Everton with nothing to play for, they're definitely going to finish 13th no matter what result they get. That is shocking. But it's another away goal. We've having loads of away goals, actually, in the Premier League today. The most dangerous scoreline in football is when you're losing, not winning, given how important the first goal tends to be. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like 0-0 draws is a good example of that being very, very dangerous. I mean, Chelsea probably can't believe their luck at the moment. They are 4th, and with how the scorelines are going, it is really benefiting them. So, Man City 3rd, Chelsea 4th. Aston Villa, despite going down to 10 men and not beating Manchester United, they are up to 5th. Right, Reece James is already, getting the players fired up, which I'm liking. That's what we need. That's my captain. Come on. This is good so far. So Dominguez is still hobbling over now. It looks like he might be subbed. It was a very good tackle in the end to dispossess Madueke. Yeah, Dominguez looks like he needs to go off the pitch. I don't think he can carry on. No team at home is winning. Yeah, I spotted that. Yeah, lots of away wins in a moment. Ryan Yates is coming on for Dominguez. Decent player. Right, I am still waiting to see if I can hear anything from Old Trafford. I've just seen the Martinez red card. Oh my god. How can anyone justify that's not a red card? He has literally barged over Højlund. And he's way outside his penalty box. Wow. I've only just seen that just now. That's an amazing moment of madness from Aston Villa. But despite Manchester United being the better side, it does look like they are not... Yeah, they are not finding a way through still. I've just seen the stats. 17 shots to 2 in favour of Manchester United. Wow, that is domination. But that really sums them up. They can have all the domination in the world and they can still not find a way through. Oh, okay. Oh, right, they've got to be very careful here. Chelsea. Okay, no, they've managed to recover it. Well done. They're kind of hitting the ball long a little bit, which I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of at the moment. Right, let's hope the capture works. Let's hope. There we go, it's working. So I just want to see how the tables are looking at the moment, based with how everything is going. So yeah, Man City 3rd, Chelsea 4th. Aston Villa, despite down to 10 men and drawing Man United, they will be the last team to get Champions League football 2 years in a row. Newcastle will miss out currently because they're losing against Everton. Forest losing Chelsea, they will miss out as well as it stands. Brighton getting 8th as it stands. Palace still beating Liverpool, will finish in the top 10. Everton beating Newcastle really doesn't do anything for them. They stay on 48 points. West Ham beating Ipswich, so they'll be 14th place. Wolves, despite losing, still remain 15th place. And it's still Man United and Spurs finishing 16th and 17th place as it stands. But Manchester United do have an advantage, a numerical advantage on the pitch against Aston Villa. Okay, right. This is an opportunity for Forest. Well defended by Tosin. Bruno slightly wide of the post. 70 minutes, right, 20 minutes. Goodness me, this half is even going slow for the first half. Forest on the attack again, Aina. But too much power on it, good defending. Yeah, there's a Langer this time who couldn't win the ball there. This is so tense. Either way, we've got to say, for Forest fans' sake, their season has been amazing. It has been unbelievable for them to even qualify for Europa League, at least. They will probably feel a tinge of disappointment if they do not go away winning this game today based on the circumstances of the season. But again, this is beyond their expectations. And I feel like that it's so easy to forget that when they have been so good all season. And it's just come down to some, pretty inconsistent form right to the end of the season. Right, this could be a good chance for them there. Elliot Anderson. Oh, that's a good ball. But it's well caught by Sanchez. Sanchez is just doing what he needs to do, which is great. Goal at the King Power Stadium. In fact, we've got 2 goals that we've got to report on now. So we have a goal at Molineux. Wolves have now equalised against Brentford. That's a good scoreline for Wolves. Not good for Brentford's chances of European football. And Bournemouth have also taken the lead against Leicester. Does that mean they overtake Crystal Palace now in the table? That's what I want to check. I think Bournemouth might... Bournemouth go up to 9th as it stands. And in fact, Brentford drop all the way down to 10th. And Palace, despite winning, they drop down to 11th. And actually, they will drop down to 11 if Bournemouth do win. Because whilst Brentford will be on the same amount of points as Crystal Palace, if they do lose against Wolves, they've got a much better goal difference than Palace. Oh, that's a delightful ball. Can Neto keep it on? No, he can't. We've got a second goal at Craven Cottage. You can probably get from my reaction, it's not a big goal. It's actually a penalty goal for Manchester City. Erling Haaland scoring from the penalty spot. Man City have got Champions League. There's no doubt about that. They're looking very safe, actually, now, Man City. But still from 4th to 7th, it could really still go either way. So the question of why Nottingham Forest is no, not for new Nesta, no N'Golo Kante. Well, in terms of their team, I guess Sangare is like the closest player that they've got in terms of that ball-breaking midfielder. But I wouldn't even just say that. Forest are just a completely different case. But it does remind me, and it does, give me a good sense of nostalgia, that it does remind me of Wolverhampton Wanderers when they were first promoted to the Prem and how they took that by storm. It does give me very similar vibes to that. And I think what Nuno Espirito Santo has done, he has been able to find that perfect balance of having these pacey players that can really be deadly going forward on the counter-attack. But then he's got those flair players who can really turn up and put some good passages of play together just to really unlock teams. And defensively, he's got a very siege mentality when it comes to defending. Chelsea at the moment have got to be very mindful that despite only being 1 goal up, they've got to be very careful. I mean, that's a good ball. Wow, that's a delightful ball, actually. Come on, Cucurella. Madueke. Palmer doesn't quite keep the ball there. Palmer's not had a great game, I've got to be honest. I've seen way better games from Palmer than this. There's a nice company team in Chelmsford called Chelmsford Chieftains. Wow. I probably might have heard about them. Villa scored, but kicked out the keeper's hand, so no goal. I mean, that just sums up Man United if Villa are now looking the more likely team to score despite having one extra person on the field. It really does highlight the issues of Manchester United and Spurs all season. Disallowed, apparently. Right. Oh, goodness me. I'm still so nervous. Still got 15 plus minutes plus stoppage time left. Oh my gosh, I really need. I need more than 1 goal. I don't think I can take this. Because Forest are now having a bit of a spell of possession now. That's a good play by Forest. They want a free kick and they've got it. Yeah, very predictable. You cannot complain about that. They've done well, Chelsea, to only limit to 1 player getting a yellow card as it stands. So they've got to make sure they just don't lose their heads. So it's Gibbs White. It's a very soft foul, I've got to be brutally honest. But when you're chasing for the game, you'll take any sort of contact as a foul. And it's a free kick in not a bad area for Forest. It's not a terrible position for someone who can do a really good free kick. Villa tears about that decision. Is Bournemouth still leading, or is it? No, the Bournemouth are still 1-0 up, apparently. They had a goal in the first half that was disallowed, Bournemouth. No. Leicester had a goal in the first half that was disallowed. Bournemouth had one prior which was disallowed, but Bournemouth just scored just now. Semenyo with the goal, I think. Oh god, the Langer I think is going to take it. Please don't. Oh gosh, he's gonna go for goal, isn't he? Oh, Sanchez, please don't let me down. Oh, it's a nice easy height for him. Straight at the goalkeeper. Right, good. 76 minutes now. I'm really literally just counting down the minutes. Malo Gusto's going onto the pitch. He's not had a brilliant season, Gusto. I can imagine he might be going on for Reece James. Or dare I say, an attacking player potentially. That Maresca might want to have more defence-minded players in that pitch now. I don't know. I've not really seen Lavia. I've barely noticed him since he's come on the pitch. It's going to be a throw-in for Forest. Pretty unfortunate circumstances from that. No other goals so far. It's nervy time still. Ipswich look like they're going to stay down in 19th because they're not winning. Goal at Old Trafford. Hang on, let me just see how this attack's going to go. It's high and wide. Goal at Old Trafford. It's a massive goal in terms of Champions League. And believe it or not, it is Manchester United who has scored for United. It is Amad Diallo, who, if the goal, I've not been told that it could be disallowed. So as it stands, I don't think Chelsea could believe their luck. All their rivals, apart from Man City, are losing a game. Gusto's on for Neto. That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. Take an attacker off for a defender, and that's what he's done. That is amazing luck. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe Chelsea's luck. So does that mean Newcastle are back in top 5. It does. So it means Aston Villa now drop out. Oh my goodness me. I cannot believe Chelsea's luck here. It feels almost too good to be true. So right now, with it being 78 minutes on the clock, let's just go through 12 minutes. Just don't concede 2 goals, Chelsea. That's all I'm going to say. Just do not concede 2 goals. Because as it stands, Forest, the only way that they could get into Champions League is if they beat Chelsea now. Right, they want Anthony Taylor to give a free kick. Get up. Come on. Honestly, get up. You need to stop lying on the ground. Caicedo, come on. You've got to get up now. You've got 2 Chelsea players who are down. Oh, careful. Don't. Oh, Anthony Taylor, you got... Oh, okay. So Anthony Taylor has already awarded 2 yellow cards just now. Right now, honestly, get a bloody grip. Right now. Right. So it's clear to me there's 2 Chelsea players down and Chelsea aren't happy that Anthony Taylor didn't flag. And clearly Anthony Taylor was just trying to let the game flow. At least 1 Chelsea player is going to get booked for this. I don't know how many, but it was an outrageous reaction. Right, okay, so let's see what happened there. So it was... Okay, so Gibbs White does like a sidearm to Caicedo's face, and then yeah, so that's the challenge that they're looking at. And then, was there another one to Cucurella? And then, yeah. Oh, and that's a very strong tackle from Aina on Cucurella. I think that's the one they were really angry with. Oh, and then, okay, yeah. And then they're kicking him over again. Right. Oh, I see. Right. So, right now, they're trying to stifle Chelsea, basically. I wasn't really too happy with the reaction. But, yeah, Anthony Taylor clearly didn't see what they were doing. Aina's been booked from the challenge on Cucurella. He is definitely booked more than just Aina. I think Tosin is also booked as well. Is the ball going to play? No, he's kept it on Aina. And no, throwing Chelsea. Oof, I'm surprised at that. Okay, just got to keep calm here. 80th minute. We're on the 80th minute already. Oh god, that's Diaz, isn't it? Who's going on for Forest. Basically, the 3 players I said that looked really good on the bench for Forest are all going on. But it is Forest having all of the ball at the moment now. Yeah, well, no, absolutely. I probably would watch something like ice hockey or something like that to cure my boredom as well. Yeah, Tosin also got booked because he reacted very badly. Oh, that's a very sloppy pass from Murillo there to Gusto. Right, what can Gusto do? Not a lot, but he can give it to Reece James. Right, come on. Just a little bit more. Caicedo. Reece James, come on now. Come on. Chilwell. That's a good ball by Chilwell. Come on, Madueke. Don't be selfish. Palmer. Is it Lavia? Okay, yeah. Gusto. Cross comes in. Ah, it's not a great cross. Aina, not Ola, but Aina clears. Come on, Lavia. Well done. Brilliant work. But Ryan Yates does win the ball back here. And now he's going to drive forward. We have another goal, but we have it at Anfield this time. Whilst Liverpool are down to 10 men, they have got another goal. And it's Mo Salah who has scored for Liverpool. That will certainly mean that Crystal Palace will not be getting top half now. Goals are now starting to fly in. So that was the 84th minute in that game. I really wish it could be the 84th minute right now. We're in the 82nd minute at the moment. The minutes are going down a bit too slowly for my liking. Right. Yeah, no handball given, which is great. It's an interesting ball. Can Enzo Fernandez win that? He can. He's up against Murillo. But Murillo with some good defending, and it's a throw-in for Forest. I'm still really tense, but it is... With the results, with how they're going at the moment, it's literally the best case scenario for Chelsea at the moment. And despite Newcastle losing at home to Everton, they are actually still going to get Champions League football as it stands, unbelievably. So Ola Aina's going off the pitch, probably good, because he did look like he was 1 or 2 challenges away from getting a red card for Forest. Coming onto his place is Jota Silva. Klopp looked happy. Well, of course he does. Of course. Okay, so I will soon put the table up to see how it's looking, but right now, with Forest still holding on to the ball, I could just blink and then suddenly Forest will be in the other side of the penalty box. Right. I cannot believe Chelsea's luck at the moment. I really cannot with the other results. But as I keep saying that, it can all change here. Forest still have, I say, at least 10 minutes to get a goal here. Okay. Good defending by Lavia. Oh, that's really poorly given away by Cucurella. Yates with the cross, blocked by Lavia. Lavia again. Oh, that's a very strong challenge by Jota Silva. But referee Anthony Taylor does play on. Probably, I would actually dare say understandably. Gusto against Hudson-Odoi. So I've not really seen lots of Hudson-Odoi, but I can see where he's playing now on the pitch. And we've got more goals going in, and it's not good news for Ipswich Town. They're ending their season with a whimper. Only 1 home win all season. It is 3-1 to the Hammers. Unbelievable. I have a feeling that lots of people's predictions are going to be quite wrong this year, because really, as it stands, you've got Manchester United. Oh, in fact, actually, wait, Manchester United are going to jump some places because they're beating Aston Villa. They're 15th, so they're ahead of Wolves as it stands. In fact, they're joint on points. So Wolves could still overtake Manchester United if they do get a goal against Brentford, which they are at home. Odegaard has just scored for Arsenal, so no more points for Southampton, unfortunately. It does feel like that they're going to end on 12 points. 2-0 to Bournemouth. The goals are flying in, and there's another goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's 3-1 Brighton. Oh, hello, just tossing. Good job, well done. So, 3-1 Brighton and 2-0 Bournemouth against Leicester. The bottom 3 have just given Ipswich is in the top 10 worst Premier League runs, apparently. Well, I don't know if that's a matter of fact or opinion, but when you've got only 22 points, I think, is it? It's not great, isn't it? They've got 22 points, and that's actually matching the amount of points that Norwich got in their last Premier League stint. So they couldn't even beat Norwich's points total in the end. The one saving grace for Ipswich is that they're not rock bottom, because other times they probably would be. So Madueke has just gone off the pitch, 86 minutes gone, and it's Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall who has come on the pitch with 4 minutes to go. I sense we'll get at least 5 minutes of added time. We haven't had many lengthy stoppages, but yeah, a couple of yellow cards. Yeah, and just with it being the last game of the season and it's Anthony Taylor, you'd know you're going to get at least 5 minutes of added time. Nice to see my mate Matt appear on the stream. Who would have thought Newcastle, Forest and Villa might all lose? I was just saying this just now. The luck that Chelsea have had in terms of the other results is unbelievable. I cannot believe it. Because I was so pessimistic about all the other sides actually picking up results, positive results, and Chelsea having the toughest game. They're doing their job already by beating Forest as it stands, and I must emphasise as it stands, because since scoring, it has been, I would arguably say, one-way traffic. But having said that, and I still don't want to jinx it, they've not made Sanchez force into a really, really big save so far, but that could change here. That's a good ball. But good defending by Reece James against Morgan Gibbs-White. And it looks like it's a corner to Forest. That's good pressing by Gibbs-White to win the corner. 87 minutes. I mean, ironically enough, a draw would not be the worst case scenario at the moment because of how all the other results are going. Absolutely amazing stuff. I would not have predicted the day to happen like this. There's an additional goal at Old Trafford and it's music to my ears. Hang on. Corner comes in. Headed clear. It's not clear. Still lots of shots. Just swing your leg, someone. Get rid of it. It's still not clear. Right, Sanchez just lay on the ball for about 2 bloody minutes. Right, okay. What I was going to say is that Manchester United have scored again against Aston Villa. It is 2-0. A little bit of redemption from their really poor Europa League showing. And it does mean, as it stands, Manchester United will finish 15th because Wolves are not beating Brentford in their game. Spurs, of course, are currently losing against Brighton. It's a penalty, apparently. So, yeah, Aston Villa, as soon as I heard that Martinez was sent off, and actually, stats-wise, I was looking at it, I think 60 minutes in, Manchester United had 17 shots to Aston Villa's 2. So, unbelievable reaction from Manchester United there, but you do question where this inconsistency comes from with this Manchester United side, where they can be a tap and turn on when they want to perform well. This could be a chance for good Keenan Dewsbury Hall here. Lavia, is he going to shoot? He is going to shoot, and it's a very bad shot. It's high and wide over the goal. One Forest goal will still get Forest Europa, to be fair, with Villa losing. So I need to understand where it's going on. So I have got the understanding that top 7 have got European football regardless. Is it the fact that there's only one Europa League space for 6th and the Conference League is 7th? Because originally I was thinking it was going to be 6th and 7th that was Europa, but maybe I've got that wrong. Perhaps because of Spurs winning the Europa League just now, it is, we don't have as many places now. I mean, we still have at least 9 teams getting European football. Yeah, Europa won a conference. Right, that makes sense to me. Right, that's what I was thinking. So, yeah, as it stands, I would not actually be too... it sounds absolutely crazy. And, Chelsea fans will be thinking I'm absolutely crazy. I would actually not mind seeing Forest getting Europa League football in the expense of Aston Villa. As long as we don't see Newcastle score, I'm absolutely fine with that. So, yeah, we've now reached 90 minutes. I predict 5 minutes. Let's see. 8! What? 8 minutes? I have no idea how he's got 8 minutes. I normally overinflate the amount of minutes in the game. I have not seen 8 minutes of stoppage in that second half. That is ludicrous beyond belief. Sorry, headphone users, but that is absolutely ridiculous. 8 minutes of added time. Oh, that's actually the most angry I've been. Right, so Brighton apparently have scored again against Spurs. It is, it's been many days to forget for Spurs, but who do Spurs care? They're going to be partying like it's 1999. They've got their first trophy in 17 years. Marianakis does not look happy. Oh my goodness me. I would not want to be speaking to him after this game. So currently as it stands, while they get European football, it does mean that it'll be Conference League football. Right. What a goal for Brighton. I can't wait to watch all the goals back, by the way. So, to go through all the goals, and in fact, we've got a couple of full times now. So, Wolves and Brentford have played their last game of the season. Wolves cannot overtake Manchester United because they did not beat Brentford. So, Wolves looking like they're going to finish in 16th place. A bit of a low finish from Wolves. Brentford, with that draw, looking like that they've just missed out on top half, following the fact that Bournemouth have picked up what looks to be 3 points against Leicester, with them having a 2-goal advantage. Oh, goodness me. So, Forest 0, Chelsea 1 still, but it's kind of a bit of pinball at the moment. Chelsea now on the ball. Kieran Dewsbury Hall, he can pass it to Gusto. He's just spotted him. So, yeah, Bournemouth 2, Leicester 0 at the moment. Semenyo contributing with the goals. Man City 2-0 up. Haaland with the penalty and Gundogan with the first goal. They're getting Champions League. West Ham ending the season well 3-1 and only one home win all season for Ipswich, which is very poor. 1-1 between Leicester and Palace. 2-0 between Man United and Aston Villa. I would not have predicted this at the start of the day. Newcastle 0, Everton 1. Now, I certainly would not have predicted that. Forest 0, Chelsea 1 still. Arsenal in the end looking like they're going to beat Southampton by 2-1. And Brighton demolishing Spurs by 4-1. More full times coming in. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 1 is a full time score. And Bournemouth 2, Leicester 0 is also a full-time score. So 3 out of the 10 games have now concluded. We will start seeing how the table's going to go. In fact, actually, that might be a good time to get the capture to see how things are going. Right, Chelsea just being a bit panicky here. It's corner for Forest. So, we're going to now start seeing the positions being finalised. So, Liverpool end the season with 84 points. That's actually one of the few lesser point totals that I have seen in a Premier League season. But it's more than enough. It's 10 points clear from Arsenal. Oh, this is some good play from Hudson-Odoi. Headed away and absolutely booted away by Tosin. Honestly, at this point, just get the ball as far away from their penalty box as possible. Brighton and Spurs has ended 4-1 to Brighton. What a result that is. So Brighton in 8th place in the table. Oh, this could be a chance. Oh, that's a huge miss for Nottingham Forest. That's a huge let-off for Chelsea. I think it's Chris Wood again. He's so frustrated with himself. He's not had many chances, but when he's had them, he's had some really big chances. So Tosin and Caicedo fall asleep there. Times his run perfectly, Wood. The ball is delightful and the touch is great as well. All he needs to do is to guide the ball on target and it'll be a goal, but he slices it over the goal. That's a really big let-off for Chelsea. That goal there could have clenched, or that chance I should say, could have clenched Nottingham Forest Europa League football. Very, very tight margins. Still 1-0 Chelsea. Right now, I'm actually, my nerves are calming down a little bit with some full-time starting to come through now. I would love to see a full-time at Old Trafford. I would love that. But I'm still waiting for it. So Ipswich has ended full-time, 3-1 West Ham. It has been a season to forget for Ipswich, unfortunately. But they've overachieved to get here in the first place. Only one home win all season, though, is very disappointing. 22 points there, ending their season in 19th place. Arsenal winning in the end by 2-1. They've had to work for it. Southampton, who have confirmed today they're going to get Will Still as their new manager. By the way, for this game, we're 3 minutes away from full time. So Southampton end the season with 30 defeats out of 38. I don't think I've seen that for a long, long while, to get 30 defeats in 38 games. And they've ended up with 12 points. Of course, only just beating Derby's embarrassing points record. Just trying to keep calm. Right, so I'm going to keep the table because it is now slowly but surely starting to finalise. So, we are now starting to see some more full times. I think, yeah, Manchester United, Everton, Fulham, Forest. So basically, the games involving Champions League permutations are the ones that are still playing. Funny that. That's no coincidence whatsoever. Right, we're 96 minutes in the game now. I'm going to now briefly turn it over back to here because we've had no goals in that moment there. And if we are going to get goals, it will be significant, but there's not going to be many because there's not many games that are taking place at the moment. So Fulham City is still going. Newcastle Everton still going. Manchester United, Aston Villa still going. And, of course, Forest Chelsea. I think it's only those 4 games left that are currently playing at the moment. We're a minute and a half away from this season concluding. It has been certainly a season of highs and lows from Chelsea, but to end it on with a win will be amazing. Right, full times are coming in for the Champions League games. It has ended 2-0 Man City at Craven Cottage, but most importantly, it has ended 1-0 to Everton at St James's Park. I'm so shell-shocked that I momentarily forgot the stadium. So it's ended 1-0 Everton at St James's Park. So the only games still left to play are Man United Villa and Forest Chelsea. Those are the only 2 games left to wait. Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch there for his final minutes in the Man City shirt. This could be a chance for Forest. Oh, that's a big chance that missed. Oh, brilliant defending in the end. Oh my goodness me. I think it was Gusto that managed to slide into a challenge there to clear it. Hudson-Odoi with the cross. And it's Morgan Gibbs White that doesn't get it. He tries to whip a cross back in. It doesn't find anyone. A bit more of a hopeful cross. And it's a goal kick. 30 seconds. I think Chelsea have done it. So I mean, initially it's very, very poor from Reece James. Good defending in their part there. Anderson with the cross. Oh my goodness me. Very, 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 very tight. Okay, so it was Anderson initially with the cross. Sanchez just gets a palm. And actually that palm was crucial because then it would have been an easy header. And then, no, it was Dewsbury Hall. What a bit of defending from Dewsbury Hall to get ahead of Jota. Wow. Very frustrating for Nottingham Forest fans, this. They've not had a million amount of chances, but I think they've had enough chances to try and get something from this game. Chelsea are now starting to celebrate now. 98 minutes have happened. It's not full time yet. We've still got to wait for the goal kick. The goal kick has now happened. Referee's not blowing his whistle yet. I think he's not quite pleased with the amount. And that's it! Full time at the City Ground. I would not have predicted this outcome, but Chelsea have qualified for Champions League by beating Nottingham Forest on the final day of the season. And the Chelsea players are in the huddle. They are absolutely out of their minds. They're celebrating like crazy. They know progress has been made. It's unbelievable. 69 points they've ended on at the end of the season. A 4th place finish. More improvement from this Chelsea side, which is amazing to see. It's just ended at Old Trafford as well. 2-0 to Manchester United. And finally, this Premier League season has now officially concluded. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing stuff. So, Chelsea are celebrating to their fans and certainly clapping them. I mean, lots of players are happy. And I've got to remember, because I've got to just readjust my standards a bit. This will feel a bit, more like compulsory for Chelsea these days. But the squad has been tinkered around so much that this is almost an entirely brand new squad. And now that they've got their one moment of joy, that they've got Champions League football, Forest look devastated, and I honestly do not blame them. But I've got to say, from Nottingham Forest's point of view, to at least qualify for Conference League football, they've done an amazing job this season. Nottingham Forest, we cannot forget that. But it has ended at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 1. Oh my gosh. I would not have predicted that. So, here is our final Premier League table, which I will be reacting to probably later tonight or tomorrow morning. Amazing stuff. So, it does mean Newcastle will qualify for Champions League despite losing today. It was a bit strange for them to lose in the way that they did against Everton, but they still qualify for Champions League, Newcastle. And it means Aston Villa are going to miss out and they're going to get Europa League. Although Unai Emery has won the Europa League 3 times in a row before, so maybe he could do it with Aston Villa this time. Oh, excuse me. So what Brighton are going to be annoyed about? What am I missing with Brighton? Furious. Oh, is it because of Is it because of Fulham? I don't know why they would be upset. They're on 61 points, Brighton, and they're currently 8th place. Or is it more or less down to European spots that I'm missing? Brighton fans will be Man City for sure. I mean, how much pain can you get? Yeah, well, I'm clearly missing something now with that. It's going to be something to do with qualification for Europe that I've missed. Look at Spurs, just surviving and partying UCL. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? So Liverpool first, and they eventually win the title by 10 points. We will see them lift the trophy later on. Arsenal finished on 74 points. It's not been an amazing season from Arsenal, and only 3 points ahead of Man City in the end, which has undoubtedly been one of their worst seasons since Pep Guardiola has come in. Chelsea end up only finishing 2 points behind Manchester City. They could have easily finished third, Chelsea, had they just been a bit more consistent. Newcastle, despite finishing 5th, they do get Champions League football. Those back-to-back defeats nearly costed them, but they do get Champions League. Aston Villa, they managed to get Europa League. That defeat against Manchester United was very costly. Nottingham Forest on 65 points. They get Conference League football in the end. And then with the other teams, Brighton miss out on European football altogether, but 5 points clear of Bournemouth, who finished 9th. Brentford do finish in the top 10 in the end, holding out for a draw against Wolves. Fulham finish on 54 points, losing today against Manchester City. Crystal Palace, they've got Europa League because of winning the FA Cup, of course. They finished on 53 points. Everton, 5 points behind. And look at that form from Everton to the end of the season. 14th is where West Ham finished. Manchester United eventually break the 40-point mark with 42 points. And in fact, they do beat Wolves on goal difference in the end. Wolves couldn't beat Brentford to deny them. So Manchester United do jump one place from that win today. And Spurs finish 38 points, but 13 points clear of relegation. Is that the largest gap from 18th to 17th we've ever seen in Premier League history? It's got to be up there, surely. And then Ipswich with only 22. I mean, that is very, very poor. And then Southampton with only 12 points. So if you add all their points all together, that's only 59 points won by the bottom three. That is shockingly bad. I actually think the bottom three for last year actually accrued more than that in total. Oh, had Man City won the FA Cup? Oh, I get it. Okay, so that's why that Europa League place did not push down. Oh, I get it. Right, okay, got you. So it's down to the places. So that original 2 European places below 5th place, one was allocated to Crystal Palace. Right, got you. Got you. Okay, got it. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that. So, Chelsea, whilst I had zero confidence in them going into this game, they ended up doing the job what they needed to do. They won against Forest, and they ended up being 3 points clear from 6th place. Unbelievable. Absolutely. I would not have predicted that at the start of the day. But, yeah. Unbelievable stuff. Chelsea ended up only being 15 points behind Liverpool, actually, in the end. I think that's actually the closest margin that Chelsea have been from a title-winning side. Very poor showing for the bottom three. They're just showing now. I mean, look at the goal difference there. So Spurs did end up with a negative goal difference in the end because they lost by a 3-goal margin against Brighton in the end. But Leicester with a minus 47 goal difference. Ipswich with minus 46. I mean, the bottom three were in a really, league of their own in a negative way. I mean, what I'm really hoping next year is the 3 teams going up in Leeds, Burnley and Sunderland can at least show a bit of more competitiveness than this. It does concern me between the gap between the Championship and the Premier League, considering how good those 3 teams were in the Championship last season. So I have my hopes and prayers that the Premier League is going to be a little bit more competitive. Chelsea to also win the Conference League. I would love that. I would love that to be the case. So, I think that's pretty much all I need to say. It's 6:05. Unless you guys have got anything else for me to say or you would like to ask for me, I think this is now going to be a good time to conclude the stream for this season. So let's give you guys another 3 minutes for comments and questions, which I'll quickly answer. So, schedule and plans. So I'll make this clear right now. I'm going to react to my table, my Premier League table predictions, probably either tonight or Bank Holiday Monday. You know, I've got nothing else to do. Then for an entire week, I've got study, but it's my last ever exam, hopefully. So that's going to make things really, really exciting on my part. I'm going to have a strange amount of free time where I can actually prioritize self-worth and actually do some exercise, but to actually find more time for YouTube too, which is exciting too. So in terms of content, so maybe first week of June will be very quiet, but then afterwards, when we're building up to the fixture release date, I'm going to see if I can maybe try and start doing transfer videos again and then start doing early bookies predictions, because I have been doing those videos, but they've just come at a time where I've been so busy and bogged down with work, I've not found time to do it. But I don't know, now that I've got, potentially only one more exam left to go, which will take place next week, I'm going to have a lot more free time. So, amazing stuff. I have said, and Matt has actually said himself, that we might do a collab. Haven't got a confirmed date yet. I'm still not too sure what it's going to be, but it will be something, whether it's going to be on his channel or my channel, we're still yet to decide on that. But thank you for turning up again, Matt. Terrific support again. And again, well done. You can hear it from my own words. well done for hitting 100k. Absolutely amazing achievement. Up to the big leagues now is all I can say. So, yes, amazing stuff. Jack with the emoji. Woo, collab. Yeah. But yeah, what a final day indeed, Johnny. I absolutely agree. So, I think I've summarised everything. And I think now will be a good time for you to have a good rest of your day. You could very well see me tomorrow reacting to my poor Premier League predictions table. Because, spoiler alert, I have certainly not predicted Spurs to finish 17th. And I've certainly not predicted Brentford to finish in the top 10 as well. So, it's going to be just as bad, if not worse, than my Championship table predictions. So, it will make for good, entertaining viewing. So, that will wrap it up for this stream. If I catch any more comments, I will try and catch them to the best that I can. Thank you guys for tuning in again. If you've not liked the stream, it is amazing to do so for the support. It really, really is massively appreciated. I've got to say, I'll give a shout out to Matt again, who has helped with the subscribers' point of view. We are, in fact, I've been so caught up with this game, I've actually not taken the chance to pause and take a minute to say, please like and subscribe, because it's been so entertaining, but so tense as well. But I've completely forgotten for what part of what my job is supposed to be, which is to grow this community. We've ended up just under 2.94k subs with 2939. Thank you guys so much for the support. Certainly the aim for the staff next season is to get to 3k subs. And then who knows where we can go from there. Then it'll be 5k will be at the next target. And then who knows, when you get to 5k, you're then looking towards 10k. So still, I think, a bit of a dream flickering around here. So that's all I can really say with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Should have ended the timer. If you guys not liked, please do so. Please do hit the subscribe button too. It really helps. And sharing the stream as well really, really does help. And my content as well. There will be more content on the horizon. So please do stay tuned. I'll be reacting to my Premier League predictions. And there'll be some more Championship stuff. And I'm going to start updating the graphics tonight with the new 25-26 Championship lineup. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for in this video. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. It's ending. Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 1. Chelsea defining the odds, getting Champions League football, a 4th place finish. It is Aston Villa and Forest that miss out. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.